Oops, didn't even add myself to the audience. There we go. How's it going, everyone? It is Friday, but it's going to be a little bit of a different Friday stream. But what's not different is that I'm joined by Max Mura. How's it going, Max?
Hello, hello. How are you?
You're sitting in your dark dungeon over there in Tokyo.
It's not a dungeon. It's a 1K studio apartment. Max hasn't left. Max is still a virgin.
Yes,
yeah,
as you know.
But I have the internet, so I know what a real one looks like.
There we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Tonight we are going over the Ava Kris Tyson MrBeast allegations. That is, some people are asking in chat, who is that person? This is Ava Kris Tyson, as they're calling themselves now. They were one of the founding members of MrBeast and allegedly a part owner of the company. Now, they decided to switch teams maybe like 2 years ago. And this all kind of started off with this video by Sunny V2. And we actually did watch this on the channel. But, you know, surprisingly, it actually shocked me, is that this was over a year ago. This was over a year ago. That's insane. I thought this happened like months ago or something. But this video came out from Sunny V2, who does a lot of those like rise and fall type videos that you see across the internet. Very popular, of course. And it talks about how Kris Tyson's transitioning, because like if you look at the early days, like this is the early day Kris, right? Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Okay, that's the original. That's the Kris Tyson from the beginning. And this person's married. They've got like a wife and kids. But they just, like I said, they decided to switch teams. And this video was basically named how the Kris Tyson situation will affect MrBeast, and also why it's going to become a nightmare. And it really got Sunny V2 in a little bit of trouble during the time. And even MrBeast himself came out and said, "Yeah, this is getting absurd. Kris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend. And these things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off." And what happened is, in a really interesting example of how you should deal with online criticism, Sunny V2 did nothing, didn't delete the video, didn't change it, just went back to making content and completely ignored the situation. And as it turns out, he wasn't cancelled, Sunny V2, that is. He just lost like 20,000 subscribers, but gained them back like months. So it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big. And then this video apparently aged very well. Took a year, but look at that dub. Well, I like this video. It was created 1 year ago. The comments said it looks like it was created last week. Sunny V2 is getting a lot of love as it is coming to it. And let me see that there's some pretty cringe stuff in this video. The kind of interesting part is like when they opened these mystery boxes, and you can kind of judge it for yourself. It's let me see. I'm gonna unmute my stream audio there, and I'll skip that thing. Oh, well, look, razors. Looks like
yeah, smooth.
brawn. All right. So we'll take a quick look at this. All right.
As usual, the energy and vibe didn't feel nearly as smooth as it normally does.
You can judge for
yourself. It felt as though
yourself.
there was an unaddressed elephant
Judge for yourself if you think that MrBeast was uncomfortable as this video claims during this situation.
the room, and therefore everybody was in their head as opposed to being in the present moment enjoying each other's company. Maybe everybody was simply too busy opening packages, but Kris did make these bizarre jokes about Jimmy being female, making him incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my god, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well.
Is it just like... Is MrBeast... Jimmy is MrBeast, everyone. I know some of the audience doesn't know who this guy is. But he kind of has a very fake smile, and a lot of people have claimed that like he's the Antichrist. It's kind of a funny little conspiracy theory, like MrBeast, Mark of the Beast, and he's going around curing people of like their vision and everything, like curing them with their blindness. Curing them with their vision would be blinding people, wouldn't it? Hold on, let me like the thumbnails for MrBeast, like curing the blindness one is really funny actually. MrBeast cures blindness. Let me see if I can find this. It's actually a pretty bad thumbnail. It's a pretty bad thumbnail. It does almost look demonic, if I have to be honest. That was the main criticism on it, is people said this looks demonic. So it was like, this is the video. It's like it was called like I cured 1,000 people of blindness, and you've got like this like Photoshop of a kid, and he's like got the Photoshop tears coming in. It's I don't know, it's a pretty bad thumbnail, I think. And like, but Jimmy always has this like very fake smile that looks like he's I don't know. Judge for yourself. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, I think. But I think that MrBeast does a lot of good, honestly. Like he actually gets up his ass and helps people. Like I like MrBeast. I don't watch his content because it's not really for me. Like it's edited for Zoomers, you know, so it's all like fast edit cuts, lots of retention maxing, you know. But like, you know, the odd video he does is really impressive. Like when he recreated Squid Games in its entirety, that was pretty cool and quite impressive. Now, like I said, I don't really watch a lot of the content, but it is the most subscribed channel ever. It's now taken back that title from the Indians after PewDiePie lost it to T-Series. He now has over 300 million subscribers, and it's pretty impressive, honestly.
300 million? That's the population of the United States, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Wow. He could be president. He could be president.
Well, that's what people were saying, is that MrBeast, like, obviously he's not old
enough. No, kids can't vote.
Requirement, like, how old? Yeah, but how old do you have to be to run for president? Like 35, right?
35 or something. And,
yeah, like he's not old enough yet. So like maybe in 10
US,
years he could try, but like then his audience will be voting age as well. So people were saying that MrBeast would probably
that's very clever. It's easier than bringing in like 10 million illegal aliens, you know, to vote for you.
But then this happened. So
MrBeast in Spanish.
There's this channel, and it's not the only channel, but it's Adrox, I guess, and they had like 1,000 subscribers at the time. They've only got 8 videos. It's kind of like another Sunny V2 style commentary, like kind of like Turkey Tom, those sort of things. And it's almost exactly the same thumbnail style as Sunny V2. But he dropped this video. It says, "This video will make you hate Kris Tyson," and then the thumbnail says, "She was only 14." Well, so we'll go through this one at 1.25 speed. It's only 7 minutes, so this will take like
how many
5 minutes if we don't pause.
Have?
Well, I mean, he's gained about 12,000 in the last few days. This is July 17th, so I guess it's almost 10 days since this came out. Now, the funny thing is that I thought that people knew a lot. I thought this was like common knowledge because Kris Tyson is a fan of Shadman. Do you know who Shadman is, Max?
No.
So there's like an old 4chan meme where if someone just says Shadman, you just post these pictures of people walking out of the room, like because nobody wants to be around Shadman. The very prolific artist that works in the medium of almost exclusively lolicon for for everyone's if you're unaware of what that is, basically it's cartoon drawings of children, girls, in a sexual manner, right? And sometimes they'll say things like, "Well, this is actually a 5,000-year-old demon that looks like a child." It's children. It's disgusting. And there's actually pictures of Kris Tyson with these Shadman drawings on the wall. I thought this was like a well-known fact, but it's maybe because I have like a look into the the dark side of the internet, because I spent all my days on.
I saw the Sunny V2 one, and it just like the Christmas scene, but it didn't. It never bothered. I never bothered to register his name, like Kris Tyson, and
because like. So they originally Kris Tyson with like a C, like a regular name, and then they changed it to like Chris with like KRIS, and then Ava is their so it's like they've changed their name. I think they actually they usually used to have the handle on Twitter like @Chris, like @CHRIS, which is very hard to get like an actual proper name on Twitter. So that was they changed it though. So I guess maybe they bought it or sold it. I don't know. They posted it. We'll go through this as we go through it, right? So
wait a minute. You said that. Wait a minute. You said the Shadman content was in a MrBeast video, right?
No. So I think it comes up in this video. But what happened is before MrBeast was famous, my understanding is that he was the roommate of Kris, and they all I think they're all from Tennessee. Like they're all like a group of friends from Tennessee.
Okay.
And when they were roommates, there was actually one of these pictures right on the wall. And I think it comes up in this video. I do have a copy of it here, so we might just see it first. And obviously, I've been a bit busy, so if I miss any of the details, anyone in the chat is welcome.
I'm going to say this: if you have kind of incriminating type evidence in your content, I'm talking about MrBeast and stuff like that, and it's now been removed. The question that you put in your title was, did Jimmy know, or how much did Jimmy know? That would indicate when was it removed. That would know.
Well, I guess, like I said,
aware.
I was gonna wait to reveal some of the things, but I'll show you what I mean. If I can find it for a second. Okay. So like I don't want to show it myself, like the whole details. So I've censored it a little bit, but like, so this is back when Kris Tyson didn't have the @Kris handle, but this is the top half of the picture, and what this depicts, you can only see the top of it, is a child in basically wearing essentially nothing, and in a very suggestive manner, and and you can see Kris Tyson was at this time sharing shadman all the time, and like a bonus fidget spinner to really throw some extra autism. They actually purchased this lolicon art and hung up on their very wall. You can see this is Kris Tyson's and I guess MrBeast's room. So this is the thing here. I've zoomed it out so you can't see it, but if you zoomed in here, this is actually MrBeast right here. So he's actually the eyes are actually pointing directly at this poster. So they were publicly displaying this. Like, it wasn't even having the shame to like hide their like disgusting behaviors. It was well in the open for a very long time. And I think that stuff is covered in this video. So we're going to watch it together in just a moment as soon as we get our opening out. But that's kind of where it stands. But I forgot, sorry. Bella Stella dropped 10 memberships. Thank you very much. Very base of you. Thank you, Bella Stella. Much love and appreciation. Very cool. Thank you. If we hit the goal, maybe we'll play tax-free, which is a song I can't get out of my fucking head. But it's about Ralph, but it's still very funny. All right, so let's see. We'll start off with this, and then we'll go into the other details that I've collected for tonight. This video will make you hate Kris Tyson. It is entitled. Let's take a look.
Before starting this video, I want everyone to understand two things. First of all is drawings.
Okay, what are lolly drawings? This is where we started.
Japanese manga that is explicit and involves cartoon characters. It's
actually 1.25 speed sounds kind of weird for this person's voice. I'm going to put it back to normal. So
it's focused on characters and plots depicting underage girls. Now, I think it's clear enough for anyone to understand what it means if a real person draws or likes drawings. The second thing is, I will not make up anything or accuse anyone. I will only show some disgusting and unbelievable things Kris has done, along with proof. But now you're probably thinking, what in the world does Kris have to do with all of this? To say the least, you're wrong and right at the same time. However, there's a very sketchy personality involved in this story, also known as Shadman.
Yeah, this is the icon, I suppose, of a Shadman. They're actually in real, like, they try and make themselves look out to be like this kind of cool, like edgy person, but in real life they're very like skinny, like disgusting little goblin person. Also, Xcuber, member for 20 months, his channel still up. Well done. Might not be for much longer. Apparently, this topic is being heavily suppressed. And any video is getting like instantly age restricted and hidden in the algorithms and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, usually I unlist my Friday streams. This is a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. Also gifted 1 membership. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Play it by ear. Oh
yeah. So it's that. Yeah, it was about a year ago. The first allegations came out, I believe.
Shadman was a normal guy until he decided to attend an art university in Switzerland to pursue his passion for art. However, shortly after, he was expelled when some of his artwork was discovered to be illegal, even considered a danger to society. But something more extreme was about to happen. He launched his own website, and that's when his talented artwork came to light. In 2011, he did a very disgusting and unexpected thing. He released art of his own mother.
That's pretty wild. I actually didn't know all the deepest lore about Shadman.
That's a Kris Chan move. That is. Kris Chan move.
Like off the top of my head, one of the things I remember him doing is that so Keemstar had like an 8-year-old daughter, and Shad did some like fan art of her in suggestive poses and things, and like wearing basically nothing. So like Keem's been after Shadman for like a long time. It's kind of crazy to think that until recently, all this stuff was just in the open and public, and no one really cared about it because MrBeast and the team could do no wrong. It's really like surreal, actually. I thought everyone just didn't care because, like I said, people knew about this for about a year before it came to light. Just the last 10 days is when everyone started talking about it.
As expected, he didn't stop there. someone will tweet on November 8th, 2016, asking Shadman to draw Keemstar's daughter, who was 7 years old at the time.
Oh, even
doing
younger. Look at that.
Inappropriate things with Donald Trump. Shadman will respond by saying that if Trump wins the election, he will deliver it. And as we
I mean, Trump did win, so yeah, you know, if you join as a member, you do get access to the wood chipper emoji, which is where I think we can all agree these people deserve to be. You know, by the chipper.
No, Trump wins, and as promised, Shadman will post drawings of her in an unusual manner. As if this wasn't enough, he'll later release a drawing of her giving head to Donald Trump. However, Shadman's vision was much worse than imagined. On January 24th, 2017, he posted a picture of Daphne Keene, referring to her as a real-life
IRL spick lolly, to be precise. But this is a Discord, by the way. Like, you can tell, like, Discord is, you can just tell whenever there's like Discord screenshots in a video, you know you're in for a bad time. You just know there's some massive degeneracy is going to happen. Like, all the weird stuff happens in Discord. Like, which is a good time to mention that if you do join as a member, you get access to my Discord.
Yeah, but your Discord.
I love throwing that in. No, we shame people
Yeah.
like that out of the Discord. They don't last very long.
You cannot stay. You must go away.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. Been there, done that. Welcome to new member status. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Discord is where the weirdos are. That is correct. How's it going, Christina? How's the documentary coming?
You should come to our
if you want to jump in, let us know.
Discord. You should come to Memes Discord. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly, just a few days later, he began posting drawings depicting her being severely molested. What makes this even more disturbing is that she was only 12 years old at the time. Yet this wasn't the first time Shadman has done something like this.
There was also what is it, Lieutenant Corbus? Do you remember? Did you ever know that chick, Max?
Oh,
Lieutenant Corbus was like this really edgy, like 10-year-old or something. And there was like a theory that they had like they're actually an adult and they had like a stunted growth hormone or something, or that their older brother was like writing this, because basically it was like during the
like Gary Coleman. Different strokes.
Yeah, because they would come on and like do these skits about saying like against Islam and stuff. It was actually very entertaining. But they were really well spoken, like much more so than a 12-year-old should be. Because I think that's how old
just
they
like
said
the
they
North
were.
Korean propaganda.
Yeah, it was
girl,
Soph. It was Soph. Yeah. So we never knew if she was just like a troll savant, or like it was just like the mouthpiece of her parents or older brother, or someone with some growth deficiency. Like, you've ever seen that? Like that kid Hezbollah or whatever. It looks like a child, but it's actually like a 25-year-old guy.
I love that. That's great.
There was the really funny one with that little guy. Like, he met like Mike Tyson or something, and he thought he was an actual child, and like picked him up and started tickling him. He's like, "How's it going, little guy?" He's like, "I'm an adult. Stop it. You can't do this to me." Yeah, that was pretty funny. That guy's hilarious though.
Yeah, it's funny. They had another one, and they're both fighting each other. And when I first saw it, I thought there were two kids, and I was laughing my ass off. Then they said, "No, they're fully grown adults." And then
midget fights are back on the menu, boys. It's happening. Angry. It's Grumpy versus Sleepy on tonight's
fight. As long as they're not
fight.
kids, yeah.
No, they're all adults. They've just got like growth hormones.
And even when you laugh at midget fighting,
I guess they don't have growth hormones. That's a problem.
We're not fantasizing that they're kids. You know, this is totally different.
No, of course not.
Sick. You know?
We're not MrBeast cast members here.
Jesus.
All right, let's continue.
Lieutenant Corbus is also one.
Yeah, Lieutenant Corbus. Yeah.
But aside from all that, a new question arises. How are Ava and Shadman linked? Well, the answer to this is another drawing by Shadman. It depicts a young girl wearing a "Please be patient, I have autism" cap, pointing a gun at her mouth. She has a fidget spinner as an earring.
To be more specific, she's like deep throating the gun and doing the like Age Howl face. Have I seen the Tyson thread on the farms? I saw the thing that you linked me about Mudaha. I've got that clip up in my tabs, but I haven't seen the entire thread. It's like 300 pages, and like I've already got my work cut out for me reading other threads at the moment. So we'll see what happens as we go along.
And a spade tattoo on her thigh that says BBC, which we all know what it means. On November 18th, Eva responded to a tweet from Grande and MrBeast stating, "This is coming from a guy who owns a shad-based drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room."
So like, even like, this is when they've got the Chris handle, like the actual Chris handle. Even says it. Like, not only do they have this in their living room, they say, "Look, I even have this lolicon art in my house, displayed for guests to see. MrBeast has seen this." So how could Jimmy have not known? Now there's a lot of conspiracy theories about this. It was actually pretty interesting. Now, to how much stock you put into some of them, I guess that's up to you. But there was like this massive, like, how much dirt does Kris, Ava, whatever, have on MrBeast that they're not firing them? Like all this stuff. Or like they're saying that like all like Asmongold and MrBeast and all the big YouTubers are like all owned by this one company and all pushing this narrative, and they're like paying Ava to transition. I don't know about that one, but like the one that is there dirt on MrBeast that Kris has? Possibly. I mean, that might explain it. It's hard to tell. Like, well, I guess you'd have to. Well, yeah, someone sent me something on Steam. I'll check it as we go through.
Just some time later, they also posted the exact same drawing laid on the floor with the caption, "Bonus fidget spinners to throw some extra autism."
Oh, for fuck's sake. They blurred every other one except that one. Piece of shit, Edrox.
It seems Kris was being sarcastic because this tweet came after Shadman had drawn all those disgusting images. However, something messy was going on behind the scenes. In this MrBeast video, you'll notice a very familiar...
So it's actually in a MrBeast video. I thought this was just a picture from... I didn't actually realize this was actually in a MrBeast video where they're like giving out money and shit.
Oh,
that's actually wild.
Okay. If that's been removed now, the question is, okay, you would want to remove it, but if it was removed earlier before this admission of I had no idea, I hired investigators, that's a really clear clue that he goes, yeah, this guy, this.
It's like hiding in plain sight, or were they all in on it? That's the real question.
Yeah. Shared values, Josh.
You have yet to accept the cuckold gift. I sent Super Seducer, high-profile cringe stream game. I'm not accepting the cuckold simulator game. I'm sorry. That's like a Sonotube medallion. If you, I don't want that juju in my house. Like, I don't want that shit over here. What is this other one? I'll have to check it out. I was looking at Chain Together though, like a Chain Together. Max, you got a new computer? Can we play Chain Together sometime? What is this one?
I guess so. I don't know. Do I need what I need?
Super Seducer, How to Talk to Girls. We might play that one on stream. Let me check if it's okay. Not tonight, of course, but Super Seducer, I'll definitely accept. I'm not going to.
What is that? That sounds interesting.
I've seen it do too much damage to people already. It is very funny, but I don't want that in my I don't want my friends inspecting my Steam profile and seeing that there.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm sorry. I know it only costs a couple $. Like, it's only like 200 yen or something, but like I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
A 9 minutes and 30-second timestamp. From what I believe, keeping illegal art in the bedroom isn't normal at all. The shocking thing is that MrBeast and Kris were roommates during...
It's not the thing is, it's not even that it's displayed on the wall. It's the only thing displayed on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like they've got like, the bowl of fruit or like just like, Baywatch posters or something. It's the only thing on the wall.
It's like their holy icon, their tabernacle. It's there like, oh, maybe they'll light candles on Friday nights, and
how's it going, MLS? If you make your own Sonotube medallion, will I still get cursed? It can't be good for you. It's not going to improve your life. But I think if you to get the real cursed juju, it needs to be an original.
Wait, hold on. I don't know. This guy he's a black belt in Lego. So what if? Here's a question: what if you make a Sonotube medallion in Lego? Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good idea for a Lego stream.
Yeah,
making one out of Lego. All right. We're about halfway
through
this. How much?
Coming
through. All right, chat. How out of that it would make you hate Kris Tyson? I'm not feeling great towards Kris Tyson right now. But out of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, like 10 being you hate Kris Tyson the most, and 1 being you have a beer with Kris Tyson. Where are you standing in the video right now? We still have another 4 minutes to go. And Kitty says, rude. Play X Kuma's game. Look. I think it's actually banned. Like, you're not allowed to play it. You're certainly not allowed to play it on Twitch. I'll have to check out. It's very funny, by the way. Team Sneed's doing some good work there, but I don't know. I think I'm on eggshells as it is.
That time. Yeah, this is nothing in comparison to the next incidents.
All right, it's gonna get worse.
On April 16th, 2018, Ava replied under a deleted Shadman post saying, "No Beast Boy trap, Shad. You've changed."
So they're routinely interacting with Shadman. This is not something that they're hiding. It's just something that they're definitely into.
He's a fan. Yeah.
I'm gonna let's say put you some time in. I'm gonna put Pigman in 10 minutes. You get Pigman. You get one message every 10 minutes. So make it a good one, okay? Timed out for 10 minutes, just to specifically annoy you. Let's continue.
Basically, Ava was asking Shadman to draw art of Beast Boy, as Beast Boy was shown at different ages in the show. We can't say anything for certain, but that doesn't mean the tweet wasn't strange. Though we definitely can't say the same about the next tweet. On January 17th, 2018, a person tweeted saying, "Remember this growing up? Me too. Check it out at Shadbase," featuring a photo of the 4-year-old cartoon character Caillou with his mother.
Like, who even gets interested in this stuff? It's like, it's just like almost beggars belief. Like, what the fuck? Like, of all the things to pick, why this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we know Shadbase is a website with very disgusting content involving children and comic book characters, and the tweet clearly referenced that. But instead of opposing it, Chris joined in and replied, "Help, I need an adult." I don't think...
Yeah, it's going to get worse, by the way, because like I said, this is just the beginning of the story. Because the thing is, when these sort of stories gain traction, is that this video is going to go on to talk about like one in particular person that they're messaging on Snapchat. Of course, Snapchat is just like where all the peds hang out, basically. And when these sort of stories gain a lot of traction, then all the other people that were maybe like holding it, like, you know, secretly, can't start to come out. It just, when it leaks, it starts to just, wait, no. When one detail comes out, it starts to leak like a sieve, is what I should say. And if it's happening with one person, then how many people are there you don't see is the real question. And a lot of people are starting to come out. Now, are they...
It's like rats on a farm. If you see one rat, the rule of thumb is there's 10 more. So, and you need to kill them all. Yeah.
I don't think there's any need to explain how crazy this stuff is. But what's even crazier is Ava's next tweet. Maybelle and Dipper are 12-year-old siblings from a show called Gravity Falls. On July 14th, 2017...
I never saw Gravity Falls. Was it a good show on it? I think it was like that segment of like... Was it Cartoon Network or something? I think it came out like after I had already left the house, so I'd never seen it. I know it's pretty popular, though.
A user tweeted comics of these characters kissing. Ava replied, "They're twins, so at this point, it's just right?"
What the fuck? No, that's not how it works. Like, obviously, this could just be an edgy joke. There is a bit of a meme where it's like, if you cloned yourself, is it masturbation or is it gay? But twins, they're not the same person. Like, they can have identical DNA, sure. Identical twins will have identical DNA.
Yeah, look at the ears.
But that does not make them the same person or a clone at all. They're different. What? Wait, what did you say?
I said, yeah, look at the ears.
Look at the... Oh, okay. Look at the ears. Yeah.
It's an inside joke. It's a reference. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
This is 2017. Previously, it was 2018. This is disturbing. I thought, I don't... And what? The majority of the
I think Vito's actually come out and defended Kris Tyson already. Like, they were the first on the scene. Let's see.
The viewer, most of the viewers of MrBeast are children.
I mean, it's almost unbelievable that Ava...
What's that?
The most of the subscribers for MrBeast, for 300 million subscribers, are they mostly under 18 children?
Am I going to cover the Cody Co situation next? What's that? I haven't heard about that.
Oh, Cody Co, yeah.
You'll have to update me as we go along.
Kris Tyson was tweeting this. This just reflects their personality and feelings. The strange part is that they delete most of their tweets later on. Anyway, Tyson's tweets will only become more shocking and unusual from now on. On June 21st, 2018, a user posted some scenes of a 14-year-old character named Violet from the movie Incredibles. Ava replied saying, "Low-key, she's cute." The fact that Violet was 14 and Ava was a grown adult makes this even worse. The surprising part is that Ava wasn't just reacting to Shadman's work. They were friends or knew each other, to say the least. On April 16th, 2019, Ava will post a clip from their live stream where they accidentally visited Shadman's website.
Accidentally? Like, are they? That's a bit... You know how people are like, oh, oops, look what happened by accident.
Yeah, Pete Townshend.
These always happen. These always happen during like Minecraft streams or like Roblox as well. Yeah, like they're always like in these communities where there's just a really high amount of children, which is actually what makes these so disturbing. Like I think Kris Tyson was actually like they went to the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award. Yeah, like there's an actual photo from this was just last year. Check DMs. I'll take a look at my DMs while we're.
Boy, that's the last person you want. This guy has kids, right? This guy
is Mr. Beast just really bad at doing any smiling? Like, is he just a bad smiler, or is he just in constant pain? That's the question.
I don't know. It's
All right. Wait. Oh, actually, this is all right.
Weirder that they gave him a shout out stating, "Shout out to Shadbase for having safe for work drawings today." I accidentally put up his website on stream. Oops. However, if you still think this is a coincidence, the next incident will definitely change your mind. On January
It's not like it's a coincidence, it's just a pattern.
25th, 2019, Shadman posted a picture of a character called Raphtalia from The Rising of the Shield Hero. There are two versions of her in the show. In one, she is 17, and in the other, she's 10. Shadman posted the 10-year-old version stating, "What is this, and why
do you know what Rise of the Shield Heroes is, Max? It actually sounds pretty funny.
No.
It's like an isekai, you know, so someone gets hit by a truck and goes back in time or whatever. And but then they get Me Too'd. The Shield Hero gets like Me Too'd by some chick or something. That's my understanding of Rise of the Shield Hero, is it's literally an isekai about some guy in like a mythological ages or whatever that gets like Me Too'd by like the princess. Which sounds kind of funny.
People keep sending me this. Ava replied underneath saying, "Please, Shad, please. I believe everyone understands what this means, as Shadman is basically an illegal artist who draws this stuff. Obviously, this is messed up, but things didn't get better." On January 24th, 2020, a user named Ather replied to Ava with a photo of a The story behind this image is that there are two versions of the image, one with the girl clothed and the other without, and the post was liked by Ava.
If only Chris had waited a year, then Elon would have made likes private. We really lost something when that feature was removed. A lot of people benefited by the likes be turning private. Is that a good change or a bad change?
There was a Japanese politician. She was actually convicted in, I forget the charge, defamation, because of her likes on Twitter. She liked certain criticisms against a person. The person said, "This public official, we look at the Twitter and she's liked them, and that hurts our feelings." And damn,
indeed.
So Max just likes to retweet shit.
These were just the incidents that had proofs or were recorded before they deleted everything. One of the tweets, which wasn't clear or was out of context, said, "Nothing gets my knob cranking like some."
Now the question, like, people, when was this? When was this taken? Like 2016?
2016. Oh,
2016. People did do a lot of edgy jokes back then, because we're going to watch some MrBeast stuff where he drops some pretty interesting. There's a lot of hard R's in there. You'll like it, Max.
But how is this kind of an edgy joke? It's
not. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Is that it was a time when people were doing a lot of edgy jokes, but there's a serious pattern here where it's just like if you do it once, maybe, but if it's every other time, then smoke there's fire, as they say.
As we know, the meaning is inappropriate, but let's just let it go. Now, some people may argue that these tweets are years old. I want to clarify again that I am not hating.
Hey, just like the people that Shadman draws pictures of.
Or accusing anyone. This is purely for educational purposes. It's important to understand that Ava was invited to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and everyone should be aware of this. The fact that Shadman wasn't just an artist, but drew literal kids is even worse. He was basically a predator. This situation has led to me thinking about one thing. What might have happened between...
So this is actually, I believe this is a picture with Chris's wife.
That's his wife, ex-wife now.
I think it's his... did they get divorced? I thought they're still together.
Yeah, wife.
Why don't these people decide to get married and have kids before they just start delving into this lifestyle?
Well, she wanted kids, but he probably wanted kids for a different reason. And I would be... It would be creepy if you saw that he had access to his kids. Probably does. Unless this shit is out, you know.
I don't know about it now.
Chris and Katie, as most of these tweets are from that period. We can't make assumptions, but who knows? This might be the reason.
All right, so they've also got a part 2 of this. We might go into that in a moment, but we'll go through some of that stuff first. So they've released a new one called "The Satisfying Downfall of Kris Tyson." We might check that out as we go along. It's not looking good so far in this story. Let me clear some of these things up. Clear my tabs. Clear my tabs. All right. Don't need that one anymore. Don't need that anymore.
You know, I don't know. If you're roommates, I didn't have a roommate, but I had a house guest who stayed for a long time, for 8 months, and
yeah. So as like this Kris stuff started to come out, like the old stuff started to surface up as well. And this is another one. So Kris Tyson's old YouTube channel found where he had revenge porn pics of his audience with his audience of Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly. Is that iCarly herself or something? Take a quick look at this.
You guys? So recently, everybody.
So this is old Kris back when he, I guess, was just doing this on YouTube Live.
How's it going, you guys? So recently, everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out. And
like, just don't take digital pictures of anything, like of anything private. Just, you know, if you have to do nudes, just do it on like, you know, like Kodak or something, Kodak like film. Don't get it developed by them, obviously, but like, even if you're in a trusting relationship, there's like iCloud leaks and data breaches and all sorts of terrible stuff. Like, just don't take nude pics ever.
she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people.
Oh, no. No. Kurt, no.
what is it?
Kurt said nudes. Oh, dear.
You go look at somebody else's private business, but
This is really... I wish I could boost the audio, but I can't.
You know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it. First off, what I have to say, though, is that when you look on the news, you see people, they've leaked nudes from their girlfriend at a high school, and that girl kills herself. It's a tragic story. Everybody calls the guy a bully. But, yeah, when people like Perez Hilton do it, it's considered entertainment. So,
what kind of argument is this?
About where the right and wrong is, really. And I think it's all wrong, personally. I don't think somebody should leak
Wait, he's saying he's not going to do it then?
Photos that were sent in trust. But I guess if that's how President Hilton wants to make his living, it's up to him. You decide. You decide if it's moral or if it's immoral.
That's not quite what it was. That Kris Tyson, old YouTuber, he shared. So he actually did share it or not? Kind of confused here. Drama alert. Come on now.
5%.
He did share them ultimately. Okay. All right. Thanks. Oh wait. All right. So all this concludes with the newest MrBeast challenge. Max, are you ready for this? I hired 100 lawyers to save my friend Ava from pedophile allegations. The challenge video. This is perfect. This is the MrBeast video that we all were waiting for, as well as whoever beats this MrBeast challenge wins this private island. Oh no. Oh no. What do we see there? That was just too good. Gotta show the old stone toss. A bit of a chuckle. Anyway. So after all this stuff started to come out, the apology tweet came out. The apology tweet. Here we go. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media and focus on my family and mental health. I hate how they always throw in the mental health there. Like, it's just like, everyone that like does something bad is like, well, I'm going to go focus on my mental health. Like, fuck off. And they also add, I wanted to add, I never groomed anyone. Well, I'm going to press X to doubt on that one. The person who got brought up in these accusations, Lava GS, has vocally supported that they are false. So there were some more videos that talk about the private Discords, Snapchats, and other things that we're going to go over tonight. But this person, Lava GS, came out and said, like, well, Kris didn't actually groom me. There is evidence to suggest that this is just like total lies, and they're just doing it because they're a big fan of of MrBeast and the entire crew. Let's see what they also say. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I've hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and those who may feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting. Not happen. Well, from what I've seen, it is a lot more than edgy jokes. Like if you actually purchase this art and display it proudly, I would argue, in your room, that's not an edgy joke to just buy this smut of children and put it up in your room. In the past year, I have learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I have stepped away. Okay, so kind of like pretty typical PR company sort of tweet sort of thing. MrBeast then also comes out and what's that?
When is this? It's July 24th. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a day or two ago. I would have talked about this yesterday, but I went to Tenjin Matsuri yesterday, which is pretty cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun. All right. Then MrBeast comes out. Finally, this is what everyone was waiting for. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online. I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. So much harsher, actually. Like this is actually pretty strong coming out from MrBeast, like compared to the previous ones where you're saying like this heckin' transphobia is making me mad as fuck. Now Kris Tyson's behavior is disgusting. They're very, pretty brave of them actually, really, to say this about such a group. During this time, I have been focusing on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure that they have all the facts. That said, I have seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct the comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. I think there's any other replies? No, that's just it. Although someone put this lawyer one at the bottom too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now, is there really going to be an investigation? This just sounds. I feel like this last part is a lie. Like, who is investigating it? Is it MrBeast investigating it? Is it an actual independent party? I doubt it. It's probably just like we investigated ourselves and found out there was nothing wrong. But my understanding is that Ava was like part owner of the business. Like Jimmy included his friends as part owners. So Kris Tyson's still going to draw a profit from any MrBeast revenues.
Yeah,
I would think, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know what his ownership structure is. It's like in the startup community when people start thinking, "Oh, I'm a partner," and you find out really, they don't have equity, and I don't know what the MrBeast organization is like, and I suspect a lot of times you have these guys are basically what Jimmy Donaldson has most of it, almost all of it. I don't know if he gives anything to, because in the future, one of the things, if you start giving it away, this is what you'll have. You have, if he's like your second mic or something like that, things go south, they have you by your short hairs. You can't, it could freeze your enterprise, okay? So if you are a content creator, you do not want to, it might feel good and sound good to give it, but you don't want in the future that suddenly you can't produce, or you have somebody who has enough to have you by the short hairs. It does make sense.
All right. Going to put that pig boy back in 10 minutes timeout again, just to make him angry. It's funny. I'm going to continue to do that. You get one message every 10 minutes.
Is it Ralph?
Just some weirdo. It happens, you get those weirdos.
I think
don't
it's
ban
Ralph.
anyone, but I like to time them out. It's just funny because then they have to sit there waiting in their cuck shed for 10 minutes. And then as soon as they post again, then I'll just do it again. Unless they say something interesting. In that case, I won't do that.
Oh, actually, get something interesting.
Maybe we'll do a vote. That'd be funny. See how suffer pig. Exactly. All right. So from here, let's go into this. Actually came out on let's see what the Hollywood Reporter said about this. Actually, I want to see what the mainstream media is saying. Before I get into this, I'll just show one more thing, because people are drawing. What is it? Shit, my brain stopped working for a second there. People are drawing comparisons to the most recent Dr. Disrespect drama where he just had like jokes basically going. Well, actually, we don't know, but he was messaging a minor, and there was some allegations that he was going to meet up with them at a TwitchCon or something. But there's some pretty interesting little difference between the way that the mainstream media is responding and like the mainstream like big YouTubers and things. So let's take a look at this one's pretty funny actually. So Pokemon on Dr. Disrespect. Yuck. Ooh, Dr. Disrespect. Did you actually log on to another account? You're so mad. Holy shit. No, just that weirdo again. I'll time out both their accounts for 10 minutes just to make them. They'll have to register another account. Anyway, Pokemon says yuck. But let's see Pokemon on Kris Tyson. I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear. Any appropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. It is a shame that people will see this as an opportunity to attack the trans community as a whole. The one person's action does not reflect on every single trans person. So please don't view it that way. Oh wow, such an interesting, such a modest and balanced take. When it's a man, it's just yuck. When it's in people in the special group, then it's just like, we should probably take this with a bit of
you get extra bonus points, yeah.
What does that meme like thing is like, how could this happen in community where this happens every day or something? Like, oh my goodness. All right, let's see.
I don't know, but I call it something like bonus points for the bonus holes.
Bonus points for the bonus holes. All right, I'm going to check out. I will go into the Hollywood Reporter thing, then we'll check into the allegations from this person that's surfaced recently. All right, so here we go. MrBeast addresses Ava Kris Tyson grooming allegations. I thought it said gooning for a second, but there's an R in there. There will be gooning mentioned in this stream though, because it kind of goes into the goon sphere, as they're calling it. Let's see. YouTube star said he had to take immediate action to remove Ava from the company. And let's see. YouTube star MrBeast has addressed the grooming allegations made against his longtime collaborator, Kris Tyson, saying that he was disgusted by the claims and has taken immediate action. MrBeast, whose real name is Ginny Donaldson, who was responding to the weeks of pressure created by the allegations and Kris Tyson's future with his channel that built up a social media and from other content creators on YouTube. In a message to X, he posted it over the few days, and then we have the thing that he said. So we'll skip to the end of that. The grooming allegations against Tyson surfaced last month. A group of YouTubers accused Tyson of messaging a 13-year-old when he was 20. Users on X/Twitter, Discord, and YouTube began analyzing public messages between Tyson and the minor, who went by the username LavaGS. So that's the person that said that they actually weren't groomed by Kris, but there's more people. There's actually quite a lot of them. Focusing the messages that included references to nude photos, sex, and anime porn. Tyson denied claims of grooming and posted an apology on X on Wednesday. I humbly apologize to anyone I have hurt with my unacceptable actions. LavaGS also talked to social media to defend Tyson, suggesting the past conversation between them was not grooming, but rather edgy jokes. Now, to put this in context, my understanding is that it was a private Discord that wasn't open to the public, but eventually became Kris's public Discord. And he basically got like a group of 13-year-olds, and they were sharing sexual images between each other. I'm not sure if it was images of the people of that group, but they were definitely sharing porn with each other and doing group sessions and stuff.
Something like totally inappropriate. A group of 13-year-olds.
Yeah, and Kris, who was 20 at the time.
Yeah. It's like, well, you know who wouldn't have a problem with this?
Who?
Based on what Legal Mindset has been coming out with these stories, and so has James O'Keefe. Disney, the new Disney. They're. But most rational organizations,
Okay. It also the article also says Tyson, who is a transgender woman, has come under sustained harassment from some other YouTubers since she announced that she was transitioning. Donaldson has previously defended Tyson against transphobic attacks, and that is the end of the article. Doesn't really highlight actually what was going on, in my opinion. But we'll have to see.
That's a lot. So he was doing this under this whatever the MrBeast as a corporation or entity is. There's I would think there is who would cover this. Nick Starro. I think he covered it. He probably
Nick Starro?
will come out with.
Yeah, Nick's good. He's the good Nick. Yeah.
I think he's come out with. There's probably going to be issues of potential legal liability on the part of MrBeast, the corporation, not the individual.
Well, the thing is, like, I think MrBeast was greenlit for like an Amazon like exclusive show. It could have, and he definitely did YouTube original content, like YouTube Red, it was called, I think, at the time. And now it might be just called YouTube Originals. So he does have these contractual obligations, and some people are saying that the independent study is specifically going to be conducted by Amazon. I'm not sure about that myself, though. All right, so this is one of the videos that has emerged. We'll take a quick look at this. Let's see. So this is from Nathan W on Twitter. It says, Ava Kris Tyson from MrBeast preyed on me when I was 15. This is my story. Let's take a look at this person. Let's have a look.
Kris Tyson from MrBeast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old. I was actually friends with Lava GS at the time.
So this is the person that was the prime target of the grooming allegations, or they came out to say that they were not groomed. Now, again, they could be saying that, but then they're just trying to hide it, or they just don't want to be part of the attention. We don't know.
Who is the main victim of Kris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off. Not only that, but he's also under an NDA from when he worked for MrBeast Gaming for 2 years, and he tried to get me to join MrBeast Gaming himself, Lava. He's the one who actually sent me the contract and tried to get me to sign the NDA, at which point I ended our friendship because I knew they were just trying to silence me. Me and him were both initially involved in running Kris's Discord server, helping him set up his Twitch streams and moderating them.
Nate's calling me. Hey, what's up? You're on stream.
You just leaked your address. Please end your stream. As well as other technical back-end things that he needed help with. This Discord server that we were a part of had about 10 people in it, most of whom were minors. I'm not sure how they got in there.
They get in, like, he actually just said how they get in at the beginning of the video. They get recruited by each other. That's how these sort of covert things start. So there was this Lava GS person, and they approached this person who was also minor, and they like kind of, it's like invite only. Or they meet them up on these Minecraft servers, basically. Like, these are stuff that like really appeals to children. Like, there are these big community, like any YouTuber that has like a private Minecraft server is automatically sus, in my opinion. Like, I've never heard a story about like a Minecraft server and it all turns out to be wholesome. It's always like there was a Minecraft, and I was like, oh, here we go, here we fucking go. That's why I only ever played Minecraft on solo mode, which I think is the best way to play it. But it's been a while since I played
Minecraft. Ah, that sounds
no, it's not. It's not the book. It's the game.
The book.
I know what you're thinking of, Max, but it's not that.
Yeah, it turned 100 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then me and Lava, he won a giveaway, and Kris invited him after that. And Kris invited me after I saw one of his tweets asking for help setting up a Garry's Mod server for the 10 million subscriber MrBeast video. This turned into us having lots of private conversations with Kris and playing video games with him for hours on end. Not only did we do a lot of unpaid work for him that he promised he would pay us for, he would also frequently bring up sexual...
They do it for free, Max. They do it for free. Imagine.
Topics that was definitely...
Gas, grass, no one rides for free.
That's true.
Up around 15, 16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. He would even go as far as linking me several different... This is
weird perpetual adolescence that I think it's definitely been happening for like the last decade or so, where people just want to be like a child forever. Like they'll hit like 17, 16, 18. And they'll be just like, well, no, I'm still a baby. I can't pay my bills. That's a weird adult shit. And they keep doing this until they're like 25 or 26. And then it's just sad. Have you noticed this? I guess you've been in Japan, so you probably haven't. But like, I definitely noticed it when I was going through university.
What, the guys who live in their
no, like there's just like there's just like these people like just like people wanting to be kids forever, like this like Peter Pan syndrome or something. I don't know. Yeah, they'll be like 23 or something. They'll be like, oh, I don't know how to pay my bills. Teehee, I'm such a child. Like, that's not funny. That's just cringe.
Oh no, you have 40-year-olds.
Being useless like, isn't like an adorable thing. Like, I don't know.
That's what. Yeah, it doesn't stop. They'll be.
Yeah,
40.
but the thing is, these people, when they get like this, they like to pretend that they're like children forever. Then they start hanging out with children, like, you know, like they'll keep going to those high school parties, like when they're like 25 or something. It's like, hey, hello, fellow kids. Like, unironically, they do this.
Oh, it's
and
like
it's pretty bad.
I don't don't know if you get this, like it's been, you know, you if you're in college, you're in a frat, and then you have some guy who graduated like fucking 8 years ago, and he's trying. It's like, wow, okay, midlife crisis already, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they're not targeting teens, you know.
Oh no, they got paid in exposure. Exposed to what though? Oh no, exposed in Snapchat. Yeah.
Ooh,
Thank you much
guess
for
what?
the twos.
It's so small. It's cold outside.
All right, let's continue.
Corn and hentai video.
All right, go back. I'm going to go back a little bit for that.
16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. He would even go as far as linking me several different corn and
this guy got like, is this like a thing in America? Like the painted nails? Like I've seen this a lot in like YouTube recently. There's a lot of YouTubers that have like the painted black nails.
The black nails?
Is this just a YouTube thing, or is it like actually like Americans? Please respond. Is this just something you see every day now? Is this just the style of the time or something? Am I actually having a real boomer moment?
I thought it was goth or something. I don't know. So.
I think people just doing it because the thing is like everyone wants to feel special. And a very easy way to feel special is to say you're like, well, to say you're like non-gender conforming is like actually a very popular trend. Like it's called like trans trenders or something, where they like straight people will literally pretend to be trans because they get so much attention, and kids don't really understand. They're just like, wow, this is great. Everyone's paying attention to me now. My opinion matters because I am identifying as this way. It's very sad, really, but it is actually like a real thing.
Maybe they got their hands stuck in the Cybertruck, you know, and just people
they can't afford Cybertrucks. Come on now, Max.
Throughout
their parents can't.
Talking with him. Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors, and he would use this NSFW bot to spam different corn images, alongside all these 15-year-olds. He would also frequently call me dad and daddy, as well as the others, which I guess we all kind of just took as a...
So this is what I'm saying. Like, he's like a 20-year-old saying daddy to like 15-year-olds. Like, it's this idea of being perpetually a child. And like, something that I think I heard this when I was watching Maddie, you know, Noel's stream. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that like, when people transition, they don't want to become a woman. They want to become like a girl. They're like, I'm not a woman, I'm a girl. They always want to be like these like young people. Like, I don't want to transition to be a man. I want to transition to be a boy. It's very weird. You see it like with these like, have you ever seen those like old people that like they like basically pretend they're toddlers and shit? It's just it's like a fetish. It's really.
You mean like on Jerry Springer when the big fat guy comes in with the diapers and goes goo goo gaga?
Yeah, basically like that. Yeah, there's this one guy that was very famous on these like old like videos where he's like he wanted to be like he's like a 55-year-old dude and he like transitioned to being like an 8-year-old girl. And it was always like, oh, look, this is just so accepting and so free. I get to do whatever. And it turned out to just be a big fucking like diaper fetish thing since the very beginning. It's absolutely like sickening.
Well, now people with diaper fetishes, you know, you're going to, oh, you want to play?
Yeah,
Joe
that's
Biden?
right. It was Stephanie. That's right. I remember it because they spelled it with like the knee, like with the KN. It was that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Hey, Josh, do you want to play Joe Biden? We can wear the diapers, and you go, do you want to? And your answer is depends.
No. All right, let's try and get to the end of this.
Joke at the time. You have to think this is someone who we looked up to at the time. We idolized. We thought was the coolest person in the world. So
yeah, that's like another part of it is like a lot of these like side characters that hang off MrBeast. They use their affiliation with MrBeast to like bring in these like groupies essentially. Like these child groupies. They'll say like, hey, kid, you want to make $1,000? You want to get a Tesla, MrBeast video? Join my private Discord. What could go wrong? And then this is what goes wrong.
Couldn't really do any wrong in our eyes. But looking back, I was definitely uncomfortable.
All right, so that's the first part. Apparently they posted proof as well. I'll just take a quick look at this. This is part 2. And then we'll go back to something. Sorry, I've been neglecting the chat. I'll pay attention to you soon.
This is part 2 to yesterday's video.
This is only a minute long.
About Ava Kris Tyson and what they did to me when I was 15 years old. This video has all the proof in it, all the receipts, and all the screenshots, thanks to an old friend of mine who was a moderator in Chris's Discord server at the time, Cookie. Now, Cookie actually went ahead and downloaded logs of all the individual channels on Chris's server before it went public. knowing that this was kind of being covered up, and he kept the logs of it for himself. He actually reached out to me here on Twitter, and I'm going to provide a lot of the screenshots.
Let's see. I downloaded a lot of the mod channel in the server when I was a mod. Here's a screenshot of the things, and can't quite read it. It's a bit small. Hopefully it's an enlarged version of this.
Shots backing up the claims that I made that Lava refuted. For example, I made a claim that there was an NSFW channel in the server where Chris would spam corn. Here you can see Chris talking about locking down the NSFW channel.
All right, let's see. Just kidding. AT&D can suck my D until Spectrum throttles me. Discount milk. Which one of these persons is Chris? Oh, Chris is the meme god. Chris the meme god. That's right. Okay. Spectrum doesn't throttle, if I remember correctly. I wouldn't be complaining. Gonna put the link to the Discord on my story. I assume that would be like Instagram or Snapchat. So again, like the primary audience is going to be children to get this private Discord in, like, because that's the majority of the audience for these videos is like the child demographic, like the under, well, I'll say like 12-year-old is kind of like what people usually joke about, but it's kind of accurate that like a lot of these commenters, a lot of these viewers based on YouTube analytics seem to be in the 12, like I'll say like 10 to 13-year-old range, like the tween range. That's the sort of who these people appeal to. Let's see. So I'm going to link the Discord on my story. Make sure NSFW is locked down to only gods and anointed. LOL. So I guess they're starting their own little cult and everything. Brah, this is bad. This is a bad idea. How lol? We're gonna die. Well, it turned out that was very accurate. This is from 2019.
To true gods and anointed only.
Wait, what the fuck? This is an actual defamation. Memecopium is a Jacinda Ardern shill. Lies and slander. I hate Jacinda. Oh my goodness. I could tell you about Jacinda Ardern.
Oh.
Like, she's like she was the Prime Minister of New Zealand. She got elected, then she got pregnant straight away and took her 5-month vacation or whatever. And then she put Winston Peters in charge of New Zealand. What a disaster. Oh, Winston Peters is really funny though. So I kind of like that, but like it's just hilarious to me that she got like elected as like the youngest youngest female prime minister, stealing the election from the Nationals to the Labour Party, which is the Communist Party in New Zealand. And then immediately she goes on her like maternity leave vacation. She's like, woohoo! Man, what a funny time. I actually was I in New Zealand? No, I left New Zealand about that time, which is great for me.
By the way, this is in 2019. I was a true god and I was a minor. Not only that, but you can see me right below it, Nathan.rtx, saying this is a bad idea. So even I knew as a kid that this was a really bad idea. Here is Lava himself talking about starting the commencement of cleaning the server, word for word. I said he was talking about scrubbing the server. He says that never happened. Here you can see him talking about it, as well as me and Cookie himself talking about it. I just want to make this video real quick, disproving some of the claims that Lava refuted and showing that they actually are true, but I actually have thousands of Discord messages.
All right, interesting. So thank you for sending this through. Let me take a look at this one now. So this is posted today by Lava, who is saying that they did nothing wrong, saying that Chris was a good boy. Based on the recent screenshots and messages, I would like to say a statement about the Discord. This was 5 or 6 years ago, and I thought I had a good memory of the situation, but I was wrong. After reading the chat logs, this stuff was inappropriate and wrong. I spoke based on my memory of the situation and still do not remember these conversations, but they definitely happened. These conversations should never have happened with people at that age I was at the time. I strongly condemn them. I still believe I am not a grooming victim. Oh, come on, dude. Like, nobody wants to believe they're a victim, but they're bad. This is bad. But these conversations should not have happened with me and any other minor in the Discord. I was a minor in this situation and not the adult influencer who should not have allowed this to happen. I did not see this as wrong at the time. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. So the question is, is this person responding to public pressure, or are they actually decided this? But basically, this is the one person that's supporting Chris throughout this situation. They've just come out and said that they were literally a victim. So all of like the mainstream media reporting this, saying like, well, you know, there's another side to this. Chris actually was. No, it's over. It's actually just over for Chris. I'd be surprised if he ever shows his face in public again. Children Studio said, had an ex that had a thing for minors. Mostly because she had coal heat in her house. Very clever, very funny. Wait, did I actually set a goal? I didn't actually set a goal, but if we hit the goal, I'll play tax-free by because every super chat is tax-free. If you don't know.
This is the meme. This is the Ralph thing when he was on Xannies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me just load up the next part of this. All right. Can we hit it? Yes, exactly. Tax-free. Every super chat is tax-free, as they say. Not really, but it's fun to think of it like that. Okay. So I guess we're going to go into the question of we'll take a bit of a breather. We'll take a bit of a breather and we'll take a look at some of the repercussions that MrBeast has been facing. This is kind of funny. You'll enjoy this, Max. It's a bit of a palate cleanser. So there's this woman called Rosanna Passano, and I'm pretty sure this is the person that did Nerd Nummies / she does like gaming baking, basically. Now, I personally hate this woman for my own reasons because her boyfriend was Husky Starcraft, who used to do a lot of StarCraft 2 content. And he literally deleted his entire channel to become this chick's manager, if it's who I'm thinking it is. I think it is. I don't care enough to check. I'm pretty sure that this Rosanna is the boyfriend or the girlfriend of Husky Starcraft. But she's got it out for MrBeast for a long time. She really hates MrBeast because she alleges that he didn't give her a fair shake at one of the challenge videos or something. So she's been going after her for MrBeast for a long time. But she posted this video. We'll take a quick look. This is pretty funny, actually. This is from back when MrBeast just had 1 million subscribers.
Selling N-word for $400 money? The most I would pay is like $300. Sorry, $400 is just out of my price range for that type of stuff. QQ, shut the fuck up, you stupid faggot. The video was lived. How would
I mean, this is doing a little bit to repair MrBeast's image in my mind. I don't know about you.
I call you a stupid faggot? Exactly. It's now lived, fucking dumbass. N-word, 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 N-word. Thanks, Hustlin, for the donation. I appreciate it. No more, no, boys. No more typing the N-word in chat. No more cursing. Selling 10 for $69 each. That's a steep price. I don't think you're going to get any sales. I'm kidding.
Harambe dead.
This is pretty based, actually. I am pro this MrBeast because like this is just edgy content. So she's trying to cancel MrBeast at the moment because of this stuff rather than the Chris stuff. But I mean, to be fair, everyone kind of used to talk like this. Like this just was the way the internet used to be. It used to be fun and silly.
Don't we still talk like this? Yeah, on this.
I mean,
channel.
we still do, but we're not going to be around for much longer. We're already on the chopping block next. It's not going to be. We're getting to. Oh, Exkin with a big chat. What goal? The tax-free goal.
Super chats to hit that button because every single super chat I got it tax-free. Tax-free. Take out your pill bottles, shake your pills, shake your pills.
That's such a good. We'll play it later. Actually, I'm not sure, but I'm sure Lipstick Larry won't mind. I'll shout out his channel and everything. But thank you very much for the big chat. Much appreciated. Where were we? Tax-free. Yes, exactly. Hey, how's it going, BP? If you want to call in, let us know and we'll send you.
Yeah, he's in Australia.
Hey, it's a secret. We send him to his prison internment camp. You can't tell anyone where he is.
I'm sorry. Christmas Island. Send him there.
No. Actually, we did hit the goal. We hit my secret goal. But yeah, this chick's trying to cancel MrBeast because of it. But she's just got a big hate boner for MrBeast.
What is she, a journalist? Does she work at
No, she literally just makes like baking. She just does baking on YouTube. Like she does like game nerd adjacent culture. But she's got a really big channel. It's like 15 million subscribers.
What? 50 million?
15.
Oh, 15 still was so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Now they're let's see. Where we go to next? Where is the right thing? All right. So there has been some allegations that Shadman is connected to some other YouTubers as well. We'll go through the list quickly. But to be fair, like a lot of people have interacted with him, but maybe they don't know the actual extent of what he's been doing. But people associated with Shadman, Dolan Dark, Sky Williams, a Minecrafter, obviously, Sive, editor for PewDiePie, Oni NG, Psychic Pebbles. Yeah, people have been saying like there's the connection to Smiling Friends. because they're co-creator of Smiling Friends. Elvis the Alien, Ricky Berwick. Ricky Berwick's actually really funny. I'm pretty sure he's not like a lolicon. He's pretty funny. He does a lot of he's like kind of crippled, so he does like the crippled news. Chris Brapp, Taff9, Sir Pello, Anissa Joma, wife of iDubbbz. Have you seen iDubbbz recently, Max? It's bad.
No, why? What's going on with him?
What's going on? His nuts have been in this chick's purse for like the last 10 years. There's some very funny stuff over on the Kino Casino. They cover iDubbbz and his wife / master a lot. It's pretty wild actually how bad it's got for iDubbbz.
I don't know any of these names.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of these people as well actually. Jobby the Hong, Paperbat VG, Rusty Cage, Shoe on Head, What Chaos, The Amazing Atheist. He stuck a banana up his ass. That doesn't surprise me. Gale, Pimp Master Broder, Mike Lauer, Jessica Nigri. She's like the original YouTube thought.
Glass.
No, she like became literally she became famous, but she cosplayed as like sexy Pikachu.
Okay.
And I actually saw her once in New Zealand at a anime convention. Unironically, I was there as a photographer, not indulging in anime related things. But Belle Delphine and Too Mad, former YouTuber, but before he got addicted to drugs. And there is like a loose association with MrBeast. So there was this time that Shadman posted this on Twitter. So it's it's Hela from one of the Thor movies.
Oh,
and then someone just memed MrBeast saying need big titty anime girlfriend. There's actually something missing from here because MrBeast says this is all we've ever wanted. We can quit now. So there's actually something missing where Chris is in between here saying like, look, we memed MrBeast or something. So I'm not sure this is actually a connection with Shadman and MrBeast because I mean, if you just saw this picture of yourself, like who can disagree with this comment? There's nothing wrong or sus about this. Big titty anime girlfriends are fine. So it's a very loose one. But then again, MrBeast did see the lolicon art in the when he was roommates with Chris. So that'd be the biggest strike against him I've seen so far.
I mean, if this guy was into it, and Jimmy was his roommate and partner, and they probably swapped. Hey, take a look at this. Look at how you work your Discord. You say, I like this. Take a look. Yeah, this is great.
Well, I mean, it was literally in a MrBeast video.
Yeah.
Like, let me just bring this up. I had it loaded before, but I'll just since it's linked. So it's literally linked in this video, tipping delivery guys $10,000. So you can see there's the artwork in their room, and it's like I said, it's the only thing in this room. But there's no other pictures on the wall. And MrBeast is actually, it's kind of funny that his eyes are pointing towards us at this very moment in this freeze frame. I'm not sure if this is a coincidence or not, but like it doesn't look good. So he did at least know about this. So when people say Jimmy knew, he at least knew that that Ava or Kris, whatever, was a liability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see where we're going for this.
They were a team, probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What he's going to make it look like? Oh, we had absolutely no idea. You know, I don't really know the guy. Oh my God, this is such a shock.
Yeah. So they had this initial. Yeah. So they had this initial exposure of him, and then the more stuff started to drop. So we'll take a quick look at these. So, all right, this is apparently not sure what this is. We'll take a quick look, see what happens. Okay, so this is a screen recording of Kris Tyson's Snapchat. He deleted this. It's completely been erased. Erase the evidence. Ava Kris Tyson. And there is private DMs.
Keep it secret.
Let's see. What does this say? Wait, go back for a second. Hold on. I want to read that. Let's see. I don't know if you heard about my bathwater prank and how crazy it's gone, but my stock is actually sold out at the moment. Is this talking with that chick that sold her bathwater, Belle Delphine or whatever? Rather than bringing it back, I'm actually looking to bottle a whole bath on video into a giant tub and then ship it to whoever buys it, $20,000. I wanted to reach out in advance because I know this is the kind of content MrBeast does. Does he though? I don't know if MrBeast sells bathwater. Just gives you a heads up. Let me know if you're interested. that he might be interested in. Thanks, Bell.
Did she also bottle her farts in a jar and sell it?
I guess. No, actually, so this is a screenshot that Chris sent messaging Belle Delphine that they've sent to a minor. I think that's what's happening here. Let me see. This is the best Snapchat I've ever seen. Of course, Dad. So I guess, yeah, just kind of like really awkward, not awkward, disgusting sort of language. All right, next one is next one is Chris the Meme God. Let's see. So this is from their private Discord. What were they saying?
I know, dude. I would come inside of that egg and then watch her eat it, and then watch her have sex with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her.
This is why you should never go into a Discord. This is why you should never go into a Discord.
He gets cancer in the mouth.
Okay. I gotta say that is one of the not good places.
I hope he goes his entire life not smoking a single cigarette, and then when he gets 80, he just gets fucked by some dude with some cancer dick, and he shoves it in his mouth. And
Yeah.
Do people have all this much free time to just sit around in Discords, just like saying this stuff? I don't know. What is this one?
What?
Chris saying the N-word off screen is what I think we're seeing here.
What?
Yeah, very true. If you join as a member, you get access to my Discord. There's no weird goon shit in there. So.
You know I'm watching this for 10 hours straight on a live stream. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said the N-word.
Well, you just said the N-word.
But I'm not relevant.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess.
Well, it became news, I guess, in the end. What is this one? Text from 2018 between me and Chris. I was 14. He was roughly 22. So this person said to Chris, my friend made a fucking school shooter threat and might give me his skins because he's grounded for life. Chris responds, lol, what the fuck? For real? Yeah, it was crazy. Lol, did the school expel him? Chris, kissy face. Of course, Dad. What the fuck? That's some
weird.
cringe. Jesus. Like their like emoji thing is just like a chick with this is Chris's one, right? So they were already. Wait a minute, this is screenshot at 420. I don't know. I feel like I'm being memed here. I feel like this is too perfect. There's no. Is it? I don't know about that one.
Too weird.
It's a bit too convenient, I think. Maybe a bit too convenient on that one in my little investigation. All right. From here, what should we go to? All right. So the Kris Tyson situation just got worse. We'll see. From this is from Jamari. I don't know who this is, but apparently pretty big channel.
Like I thought this boy
All right. Sorry. I think I was listening at 1.25 speed is fine.
MrBeast was going to be running for president by the time I turned 40, but his whole operation could end up being taken down by one single person. Now, this is where more messages began to surface, apparently being shared by then 14-year-olds who was in a Snapchat conversation.
So this is one we just saw.
With Tyson back in 2019. And first, they're just kind of trying to show the proof that this was the legitimate Chris. They click on the profile there, go straight to his new Snapchat thing he's got going on. And so as you can see, they're having some sort of conversation via Snapchat, which wouldn't exactly be surprising to me, as a lot of strange people like to go onto Snapchat because they think, oh, the messages, they're not going to be there forever. And as you guys can see here, apparently...
This is the stupidest thing, by the way. If you think like Snapchat isn't just archived somewhere, or like people aren't screenshotting it, or like, oh no, if they take a screenshot, it notifies you. They'll just take it with their second phone. Obviously they will. Actually, good question here. What's with all the god names? A lot of people think they're divine. There's been a lot of that recently. We even saw some a couple nights ago. But yeah, they get the dopamine rush from being like slightly popular online, and then they just start to think that they're gods among men and stuff. You see it all the time. You hate to see it though, but all too common.
Oh, and you can always get it back up by doing Bible readings, Sam.
That's true. You can interpret the Bible. I hear Jesus was just a regular guy. Very interesting if true.
Yes.
That take is so fucking stupid. Like, why? What's the point of believing in God if you're just going to say Jesus was a regular guy? Like, pick a lane, right? Like, either God is real and Jesus is real and like the Son of God, or you're an atheist and you just say that Jesus was based off of a real person in history. Like, pick one of those. You can't have both. It's weird.
Or if the issue is Jesus, then you look at what you want to be Sammy Davis Jr. and you become Jewish, or hey, join the LDS, because I think they have a similar thing with Latter-day Saints.
All right.
They say, nice guy, nothing special, not divine.
I mean, he did walk on water. That's pretty cool.
And calling this person dad, which he was also apparently doing to the lava character we talked about yesterday. And honestly, within these messages, I don't really see anything necessarily inappropriate going on.
Except for these. I mean, well, okay. I guess he was going to make a joke here that I was going to make.
I guess he was sending some peculiar emojis.
That's if you're a 20-year-old man and you're sending kissy faces to a 14-year-old and saying, of course, referring to them as dad, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Yeah.
Double kissy faces too.
But it's still just weird to me. Like, why were you in contact on private messengers with several people who were not even close to being of age? Like, anytime that's even a thing, I already see that as a huge red flag. And y'all kind of know where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And as you guys can see, much like their Twitter page, when I go and try and click on Chris's Snapchat, his profile is nowhere to be found, leading people to
fucking everything. Gotta cover those tracks before you get thrown in federal palm in the ass prison.
That he's trying to further cover up this evidence. I mean, wiping your socials clean, to me, is never the look of an innocent person. And here's to me where things start getting super f***ed up. Like, if the allegations I'm about to show you are true, oh, Chris is just beyond cooked. Like, they shouldn't even return to the internet. Now, I will say, these type of videos can be faked, but you would have to be pretty good at digital graphics, just like I said with the Dr. Disrespect situation. Now,
I do assume that there's probably some people that are going to try and make up some stories to try and latch onto this.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the amount of people, like, all of it just seems to be like legit so far. And Chris hasn't actually denied this. And in fact, the people that have been talked about have come out and said that it is true now. So obviously there'll be a couple people like that. But I think most of the Zoomers don't even know how to like inspect Element actually, especially on their phones. Like some people don't even know how to take screenshots on their phones. So I don't know.
Somebody said about LDS is, I think with they believe in Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God, but they don't pray to Jesus. They only pray to God. That's the distinction. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that's all I know. I'm not LDS. I'm Catholic.
Is there Mormons or something? No, Mormons and LDS are different, right? I don't know. I'm not very well versed in all the different groups.
Mormons are LDS. LDS stands for
the same?
Church of Latter-day Saints. Yeah. Utah slang.
I would completely understand.
I did have a Mormon friend when I was a
given
kid,
what we've seen that guy Lava go through the last 24 hours and the way people have straight up ridiculed him. But they say, I would like to stay anonymous, but Kris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. I commented on one of his tweets. He saw it and messaged me when I was young and I couldn't see what he was doing and manipulating me. But looking back,
so the blurred out word is grooming, because people want to keep their videos monetized. This video is not going to be that, so it's already over. It's all ogre.
Back at it, I can see it now. And so once again, this anonymous source just kind of wanted to show proof that they were talking to the real Chris, apparently. And as you guys can see there, they scroll through the DMs, they click to his profile, and that is indeed Chris's profile that now has no tweets. I mean, I'm not saying you would have to be like some sort of computer genius to do this, but to me, this does all look pretty legit. And so the message thread starts apparently in the middle of a conversation where he says, nothing, how is that video turning out? Good. And then he shares a link to a MrBeast video. I opened it.
So obviously there was something deleted behind ahead of that.
Free bank.
Oh, what you got there, Max? What you got there? Japanese food segment time?
Hey, this looks like it's from 7-Eleven. Look at what it says. Look, it says. I don't know what it says.
It's getting blurred. It's getting blurred by your background. I think, was it like adult cream or something? Adult cream pie?
Yeah, it's a twin big cream puff. Oh.
Very good. People there was one guy who got really mad when we were talking about Japanese food like 2 days ago. You know, the saddest, I don't know, they just got like, they were just like, I guess I've got a personal A-log now or something. They must have been offended because I made fun of their God and Messiah on a couple of streams.
Who'd they get angry about? About what?
I don't know. They were in the chat earlier, but I timed them out and I think they got the message. I was talking about taiyaki and like tamago senbei and stuff. And they got so mad. And then I was so much looking forward to getting those yesterday, but I actually didn't end up getting any festival food except for some karage, which is pretty good.
It's a cream pie. It's a cream pie. It's tax free.
Tax free.
It's
everything.
a free pie. Oh,
It's so funny how like it's so
Your
funny how
mom.
that's trying to not Discord, sorry. StreamYard's trying to blur that out. It's not acceptable to put on this TV.
Which let me
It's
check
good.
on my phone if like the dates line up. He claims this happened in 2020. Oh my god. The dates line up, everyone. 4 years ago. Oh man.
Are you showing the screen?
Why? Like
I don't know if that's evidence, like the videos. I'm not showing.
You're not showing the screen, yeah.
It's okay. There was nothing really that important missed. Like MrBeast puts out a video like every other day, so like of course there's going to be some video that lines up with that.
Shiver down my spine. Okay.
Nobody got banned, by the way. I just timed them. I just limited that one guy to 10 minutes. 10 minutes, one per one chat. And if he did a good smart chat, I would have not continued to do that. But all of them were just dumb. Like they're just trying to cause trouble. Just caps lock on all the time. That kind of is just cringe, basically.
So he says, I barely got screen time. I wish you could see me more. To which this person says, I wish I was in a video. And apparently Chris says, me too. It's too soon, though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. And at first, when I read these alleged messages, I was thinking, well, there's still no proof that the person was like underage. And apparently Chris says, me too. It's too soon, though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. But then Chris allegedly says, your birthday is coming up, isn't it? Yeah, December 2nd. You're turning 14.
Okay, like if this happens, you just remove the conversation. You just walk away. Just don't talk to this person anymore. Don't talk to the underage fans at all. There'll never be a positive. There'll never be a positive outcome to this story. If he responds, like if this is the end of the conversation, yeah, exactly. They're actually 13. They're 13.
Oh no! What's next? Oh, you're gonna cross the state lines. It's like Rittenhouse. You're gonna cross the state lines. Yeah.
Person allegedly says.
Someone having a domestic? I can hear a hysterical woman in the background, but I don't know.
Oh, are they the people who are fucking with your Wi-Fi?
Is still deciding.
No, it's from the street. It's coming from the street.
If we're to believe these messages are real, and someone's talking about their birthday to you, and you're
wait, look. So they say that they're turning 14. The first question they ask is, "What do you want? Like for a present?" Buying a why would you give this random person you've never met in person, like a 13-year-old, in fact, a 13-year-old anonymous fan, and you're like, "What can I get you for your birthday?" That's some weird fucking shit.
grown man, and they're talking about, oh, my mom is still deciding where my birthday is going to be at. Like, if it's going to be at Peter Piper Pizza, like, how many red flags would there need to be?
I can't see what's under this. I want to see this one. I think it says, I could get you anything. What do you want? I could give you anything. Look, you don't say that. That's not the sort of comment you say unless you're expecting something in return.
Love, I would do.
That's pretty bad.
Anything for love, but I won't do that.
Summer Max says, "You having any fun this summer, Max?"
Yeah.
You feel like you're in summer mode. You've got your Hawaiian shirt. You've got your little stash. So it's Summer Max. Man, I can't sleep this anymore because like the cicadas start like literally reeing from 5 a.m. next to my house. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Summer.
You get earplugs, and
then I won't be able to wake up with my alarm. Anyway, continuing.
You might be doing something horribly wrong here. And this is where things get crazy. He says, what do you want? I could give you anything. And then this person says, we could play Fortnite. I beat you last time. Meaning they've possibly had some sort of private conversation over games once again. For all you parents out there watching right now, please deeply monitor what your kid is doing on the game and who they're talking to. That is one of the main avenues that people who are interested in kids will use to talk to them and lure them in. Not saying that happened here. I'm just saying, wise up to all that shit. If you're not, because I'm sure most of you are very good parents.
Almost certainly.
You don't want anything expensive for your birthday?
No. It actually is getting worse, bros. At least it now can't get any worse, right? But it did get worse. It's like, what do you want for your birthday? I could buy you anything. How about we play Fortnite? You don't want anything else expensive? I could spoil you. No. Circadian rhythm is off.
You know,
shut up, Kitty. That's really
there's a 60-year-old guy who I kind of erased it from my memory. End of last year, he wanted to meet me in person in Tokyo, and his question was serious because later he goes, "I was just joking," and it was very specific. He goes, "Max, what is the minimum age of consent for Japan? And he explained there was a 17-year-old daughter of a Shinto priest. And this guy's a little bit wacky. He's going, and the Shinto priests don't believe in vaccinating. So, and I said, this is what you want to know. And he turned 60. I had his birthday in March 15th of this year. So, yeah, he turned exactly 60. And then he got really angry. This is really funny because he's a Hispanic guy from Chicago. And his messages, I showed them to a couple people. He started talking like, he applied the Ebonics and then threatening me like, you know what, I could really F you up. And it was kind of funny because, you know, when people threaten me and, you know, I just get nervous and I say, and I start, the N-word comes out of my mouth and on the keyboard. So I think I called him.
You guys are brutal. Was it the captain? Was it Captain Hav's son? Was it?
No. The captain is.
No, come on
40,
now. Captain's
40.
not 60.
Yeah, this guy was 60. Turned 60, and I pointed out. I said, "You're like effing 60 years old, and you are targeting on a 17-year-old. That's just
I mean, a lot of people think about that like in Asia, right? Because there's this misguided idea that Japan's age of consent is like 13 or something. It's not, by the way. Like that's the federal base law. The prefectures have their own law. It's like 18 basically everywhere in Japan. I think in some places it's actually over 18, or it's like you can definitely get in trouble if it's like an 18-year-old high school student or something. You can definitely get in trouble with the cops.
You know, there was a politician, and this is what I like. Because sometimes, you know, basically cops are bureaucrats, especially in Japan. So he had, I forget the age of the girl. She could have been 16 or something like that. And it wasn't that they caught her in the act, but she indicated that he took her to an izakaya, right?
So that's like a bar for people in chat. Like it's like fried food and drinks and stuff.
Credit card receipts. They went there and they served alcohol.
Taking someone to a bar is a little bit different because the drinking age in Japan is like 20.
18
so it's a little bit.
It's 18.
Did they change it to 18? Really?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's in line with New Zealand and Australia then.
But in any event, she was under.
It's kind of
18.
weird to have the drinking age above 18.
So they got her on corrupting morals of a minor.
Corruption of a minor, yeah. Corruption of a
minor.
That
was hilarious. I thought, how are they going to get him? And they got it with the credit card receipts from the izakaya, from the drinking.
It's funny because Japan's such a cash country too.
Oh yeah, but these guys are so cheap. They'll still want to
get the reward points.
You can get a receipt, and then you can get this formal form. It's a little different. It's a ryoshisho, and those are often required in order to claim it on your expenses and your taxes, right?
Yeah, the new 1,000 yen bill has a great way of Kanagawa. I like it. All right, I gotta go back to this video. See if these chats can get any worse. Surely it can't get worse than I can spoil you.
I could spoil you. I don't know. It's fine. Look at my snap. So what? The channels of communication just continue to overlap. If this is true, this person just says okay.
They always want to move it to Snap because that's where the degen shut happens because it like deletes in 24 hours or something. It doesn't really, by the way. The FBI has those logs. If you send a dick pic on Snap, the FBI has seen it and rated it amongst the office.
We've been here for a while now. I'm tired. Texting you is the only thing keeping me awake right now.
Oh, what the fuck? The only 20-year-old talking to a 13-year-old. The only thing keeping me awake is texting you right now. That's just vile.
Me awake right now. God. When you leave, we could play Fort or Minecraft. Not the most notorious game for weirdos. I love you. I meant I love playing Minecraft.
Oh, this is so cringe. This is just like we could kiss it. Teehee, just kidding. Like, no, there's no way.
This is it.
There's no way this was an accident. I love you. Oops, I meant I love playing. No, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. But this was an accident. This is just when you sneak something and you're like, oh, look what happened by accident.
With you. I'm telling you guys, if this shit is real, this whole thing, this whole MrBeast operation is going to have such a giant stain on it. And just right now, I'm finding these things.
Going back. You know why you know it wasn't a mistake? He said it at 21 minutes, and then he sent what was it? 20. He said,
20.
"I love you" at 24 minutes, right? 34.
Yeah.
I can't see
I
that.
love playing Minecraft.
Yeah, it was. So as I love you, then surprise face happened at the same time. Then a minute later, it was the I love Minecraft.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was at 1:35.
I'm telling you guys, if this shit is real, this
Alright,
whole
so
thing, this whole
let's see.
MrBeast, where he says, "Why the f would you?"
So Kris Tyson on 4chan, I guess, or is this like a variant of 4chan, maybe like 8chan or something?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you use a VR headset for anything else than 3D? And I guess it's going to say Goon Session or something.
You use your VR headset for anything other than 3D and that same type of art. Gang, grape.
Oh, okay, that was worse.
I mean, I could see this much more easily being faked, but Jesus Christ. But you can still get teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14. Poke.
That's a yikes.
You can
So
still
that's
get.
Pokemon. Okay.
It's like literally like the Woody Harrelson thing, right? Like, I keep getting older, they stay the same age.
Woody Harrelson? No, that's Matthew
wait.
McConaughey.
Yeah,
Matthew
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, Matthew McConaughey. That's what I meant to say.
McConaughey, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's why you're here, Max, to correct the record on when I say things.
All right.
That's pretty bad.
All right.
Teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14. Pokemon came out to say, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior
All right,
towards
this is the real, like, the stupid take from Pokemon.
minors is unacceptable, regardless of who
It's
you
like,
are.
yeah, maybe he did a bad thing, but hopefully this doesn't reflect badly on the trans community. Like, fuck off.
Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2024. This also went viral yesterday with this old footage resurfaced. Kris Tyson old YouTube channel found where he shared revenge
Yeah, we saw this.
with his audience of Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly.
So recently, everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy.
We saw that part, so I'll skip ahead.
The
See
normalization
if there's
of
anything
pretty
else
much
in this
having that
video.
addiction has really damaged our society as a whole. Oh shit! Right as I'm making this video.
Okay, so this came out just as the apology. So there's actually more worse things have come out since this was posted, since this video was posted 2 days ago. It keeps getting worse, bros. Oh, this is kind of funny though. There was like, is this Kevin Hart or something? It looks like a photo. It looks like a Photoshop picture, but actually he's just short.
Yeah, he is very short. Yeah.
This really looks like a fake picture. Like there's so many things wrong with it. This photo. It's like apparently there's like Kanye in the background or something. I don't know. But apparently this is a very real photo.
Jesus.
But that's a real short. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. Wait, I gotta find this original picture from MrBeast.
Kevin Hart is he's really short.
Is he? How tall is he?
He's taller than Hezbollah. The
Really? Sorry, we're getting derailed on this
That would
serious
be a
topic
great fight.
by
That would be a
doing,
great fight.
height.
Kevin Hart against Hezbollah.
Yeah, we gotta height check people. Is this real? I don't know. Like I've got my doubts about this photo. It just looks fake. You know, like when they had that picture of all the world leaders at like Miyajima, and it looked like super fake. Is this real? Well, 1 in chat for real and 2 for fake. There's like, first of all, this just doesn't look real. There's just something about this. It's like a forced perspective picture, but then their feet are like matching up. But then, like, is that actually Kanye in the background, just like on his phone tweeting about like big booty bitches or some shit? I don't know. This is a wild picture though. It's like there's something really weird. It's like a trick. It's like a trick.
He has a small, short torso. That's all. And tiny legs.
Typically, when you get weird
feet,
pictures like this,
hands.
it's because of the flash. Like the flash creates a separation of subject and background that makes it like really fake. Oh, apparently we got the
5'1". Oh, that's
we
short.
got the Shizzy Wiznut people raid or something. How's it going, Shizzy Wiznuts?
Hello,
Love you.
Shizzy.
Hello, these Shizzy nuts. Oh, very cool. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting disrailed by this very short person. Is he actually 5'5"? Wait.
Oh, 5'1". Someone said 5'1".
How? I have to find out how high he is. How tall he is. How high he is. How tall Kevin Hart?
Oh, he has lifts in his boots. Yeah, like Tom Cruise.
He's 5'5", and other places it is 5'2". But he's got lifts, so I'll say he's 5'2". What is that in centimeters though? 5'2" in centimeters.
162 centimeters or something.
So he's like 3 centimeters shorter than my girlfriend. That's weird, but she's real short. The 160 is like midget basically compared to me.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy if it's true. If true, big if true. In fact. All right. We'll take a look at what Muta said apparently. So Muta Mudaha did a video talking about the situation, and then apparently he got a spicy DM from Ava themselves. Let's see what he said. I'll try to make this larger for you. All right.
Up in the middle of a drive back home from New York and says, "So glad you said there's legit info on Kiwi." She's referring to Kiwi Farms. Legit being people telling people to go to my house and, do something bad.
Delete
that
them.
website is the reason my child has a gun pointed at him by cops.
Did Chris get swatted?
I don't know.
Rename my family businesses on Google, harass and dox my family members to the point where they don't talk to me anymore. And are the reasons
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason they don't talk to you anymore.
I had to move. So thank you for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet, where transphobia is encouraged by the creator who enjoys and has encouraged doxes of me because they think that I am a Jewish person being paid by Disney to transition.
So I think what happened here is that Mudaha referred to Kiwi Farms in his video. I'd like to clarify for a thing. So Kiwi Farms doesn't actually do anything illegal. Now, you may have some personal objections to doxing or like posting people's their address and their home and everything. It's not technically illegal in most places. Now, you might think it's a bad form, but what they do is they just basically they just they scrape in. Well, I mean, there's lots of different farmers. They have lots of different methods, but typically what they do is they'll look up like information from like voting IDs and things like that. Because it's all public in America, which is kind of crazy to me how easy it is to get data on people from America. But they specifically, their site is specifically against raiding people or touching the cows. Now, while maybe someone has used Kiwi Farms to then go and harass someone, that's maybe possible, but they don't do it themselves. That is part of the rules. Now, they don't. They often make fun of you on the site, but that's just, it's like a gossip forum. Like, what are you worried about? It's just people saying mean things on the internet. Why would you even bother with it? All right, so Muda continues, I guess.
Now, this is a very wild accusation because if Ava took maybe even 5 minutes out of her life to watch the video that she is so hard on criticizing, then she would realize that I actually decry what the actual website would do if it means harassing and doxing anyone. There's no actual, way that anybody can approve of that kind of behavior. It's fucked up. But I believe the reason why, Kris Tyson dislikes a lot of online message boards and image boards and places like Kiwi Farms is they're the only people that are actually cataloging archive links of this stuff right there. A lot of creators and researchers on the internet and people who dig up stuff like this actually use that website. Okay, I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, like a lot of people, myself included, use the farms as resources for a lot of information. Turkey Tom, Sunny V2, all sorts of people use the farms as a repository. It's pretty useful, actually. I actually don't have an account on Kiwi Farms, and it's a little bit hard to get into at first. Like it's like a kind of like oldish internet because of the old message boards just don't exist anymore.
I like Kiwi Farms, but a lot of bulletin boards will not let you see attachments and other things unless you're registered as a member. But Kiwi Farms is open; it's cool.
Yeah, and I like them because they told the New Zealand police to get fucked. That was really funny. I applaud Josh Moom's harassing the New Zealand police department. I thought that was very funny. I was actually in New Zealand at the time, so I like that. I'm pro that.
So yeah, they have. I never really. I thought Kiwi Farms mistakenly was for, kind of going on about these women in Tokyo. There are these, I don't know, whatever. That's all I knew about. I never, until your channel, I didn't know about Chris Chan. I think Kiwi Farms originally was centered around Chris Chan. Yeah.
Oops, sorry, not that one. What an odd thing to say. Like, I guess I think this is in relation to the police thing. I'll clarify this statement a little bit better. So what happened is there was the Christchurch shooting. And that was the guy that would like live streaming in New Zealand, obviously shooting up a mosque or something. And he was like memeing it as well. He was like saying like subscribe to PewDiePie and everything. And it was such a wild story that it was like crossing the internet a lot. And I saw this video and I was like, what the fuck's going on? This is like almost too wild to believe. And I lived in New Zealand at the time. Now, because it was regarded by national censors, this is a thing that I guess you don't have in America, but in New Zealand and Australia and a lot of other less free countries that don't actually have freedom of speech and things, they have these national censors that decide what material is not allowed for the public consumption. So before this before this had been rated as unacceptable by the censor, I had seen it, and in doing so had opened myself up to liability in New Zealand. Then the New Zealand Police Department contacted Kiwi Farms and asked the operator, Josh Moon, for every IP address that had accessed the Kiwi Farms and seen this video, which would have included myself at the time. So when Josh told them to go fight themselves, he actually was protecting me. Like, not like he was doing it as a personal favor, just as part of the course. He ended up protecting me in his own way by not sharing this information with the New Zealand government.
Oh, he really protected you.
Yeah, like the chances of me actually facing any liability from that are very low.
No,
because
but
I didn't share it. I didn't share it, but there was actually one guy in New Zealand that was prosecuted for this. So the New Zealand government did actually take it very seriously, and
if they done that, they have a warrant on your communication and your stuff.
Yeah.
They figured it out. So
and they'll add you to like a list as well, and just start tracking everything you do and say online. Like this is a very base stance of saying no to private information, because like. You know, maybe they should spend time actually stopping those things from happening rather than chasing down the people that are talking about it, right? So I actually have a personal thank you to Josh Moon because of that. So good for him. Very, very cool of him.
Josh Moon doesn't get drunk.
I haven't seen a lot of...
I'm fighting for your rights. I'm not just fighting for my rights. I'm fighting for your rights, too.
I think he just likes telling authority figures to fuck off. But I haven't watched a lot of Mudaha. Does he always stream in like the dark? I think this is just his thing. Like he's always like off in the corner or something.
Well, he is a dark person. That's so that you get this kind of double. Well, no, I mean he's dark. I can't see him. I can see the eyes. This is great. He's not.
Oh, you were talking about the paid trend. That's the conspiracy theory. Okay, I feel it's fine if that's not what you meant. It's just I felt I should clarify that as well. Why it's good to tell the police to go away.
Yeah,
that's just how it kind of works behind the scenes. Anybody that says otherwise, most often than not, is a little too cowardly to admit that they've maybe accessed the website. But to give you an idea about this situation, I don't condone any of this negative behavior, especially when people are harassing and doxing and attacking family members or even the person themselves. There's just no justification for it. But I find it very hypocritical how this person, even if it's 10 years ago, felt that they decided to put a link to another girl's nudes, young girl, by the way, okay? Obviously, she didn't enjoy that whatsoever. It was disgusting then, and it's disgusting now.
And that's a good point. Like, how can you really be so angry that people are sending you a bit of hate if you're doing the very same thing to them? If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I'm sorry. And if they didn't, I don't think that like MrBeast and all the other members are receiving this sort of attention, we'll say, from people. So it's almost as if their actions are having consequences on their own lives. It's funny how that works.
I'm a victim spurge thing kind of gets sick. Like, I had a gun pointed at me, and it's because I'm twins, and because Max has funny eyes, and because I'm Asian, and this is terrible.
Now, the thing that's interesting to me is that apparently there's a lot more information that's going to be released in the coming weeks. There's this one guy who posted this recently. This is not necessarily regarding Chris, but MrBeast himself. So this guy's claiming that he's an ex-MrBeast employee and that it's the tip of the iceberg. He has a non-disclosure agreement here, and I believe he also has images from the MrBeast shooting a lot, and I believe Tennessee. And he says that there's bad stuff coming. All right, well, I was trying to skip through the music, sorry. But he's got his non-disclosure agreement. The camera pans up, and this is where they shoot a lot of the MrBeast videos.
Studio right now.
Okay.
Hold on, let me turn off the music.
Thank you.
I'm outside MrBeast studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I'm just driving by.
Cornfield. The harvest is soon.
Looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is this.
Why can't he just turn off this hood music though? Like, come on now. This is actually annoying.
The tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, MrBeast knew.
So this Jake the Viking guy, he was like an early member of the MrBeast crew. I believe he's got his own channel. Like I think it's actually the millions of subscribers. But he was in the videos for a long time and then he just disappeared. It's actually kind of strange to see like how many figures were actually on MrBeast. Like, Sneeko was actually a member of MrBeast as well. Not originally, but a long time ago. And then he started doing his own weird thing where he's like I don't know, professional cuckold now or something. I don't know. But apparently Jimmy knew.
I heard many times that Ava Kris Tyson is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much.
Sorry, that's a very uncharitable pause to this dude. But interesting. Big if true. Threat, like, what would be the legal threat? Like, just removing them because of their, would that be, I guess, what do you call it in America? When you, not a hate crime, when you fire someone for their ethnicity, gender, race, or whatever. Non something like, shit, I forgot. What's the exact term for that?
I don't know.
It's like an unlawful
discrimination. Discrimination. So,
yeah, heckin' transphobia. That's what I guess. Discrimination. There's like a special term for it, I think. No, I wasn't thinking of discrimination, but I'm pretty sure there's another one, but I'm not sure.
And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything MrBeast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So this guy actually did release another video, I think today, and it goes over not Chris, but it's like he said he's doing like a 3-part expose, and I saw a little bit of it, and he kind of talks about how a lot of the stuff MrBeast does is fake, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, civil rights violation is what I was probably thinking of. Thank you. Somebody got it in the chat. The civil rights violation.
The NDAs won't cover. I don't know. Just double check, but I don't think NDAs.
Unlawful termination. Maybe that was it.
Non-disclosure agreements don't cover illegal activity or criminal activity. And
well, this person's decided to just burn Mr. Like, this guy seems like he's got a personal vendetta against MrBeast as well.
MrBeast, the character or the firm, the entity. Yeah.
All right. So this brings us into the Finster. Have you ever heard of Finster, Max?
No.
All right. Well,
who is that? Is another character?
It's another character in this story. Yes. So this person, Big Bungie, posted on Twitter. Still think there's more to this. Nobody even mentioned the Goon Clown connection, and MrBeast was literally sitting 2 feet away from Goon Clown Palpatine and was probably introduced by Kris Tyson. So we can see in this picture. I don't know who Goon Clown is. This person, I think. There's MrBeast. There's Finster, and then I think this is in Tokyo, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like Japan.
It's like Tokyo, yeah.
Yeah, that's the IKEA in. Is that Shibuya?
So I don't know. I think this is the middle person is meant to be Goon Clown. I don't know anything about that. Finster is like it's really weird. Like they're like transitioned, but then they speak with a normal like masculine voice. So it's like it's very jarring to watch the content. But they started as a Minecraft streamer, and I know that on Maddie they talk about this person and their pink pilling plans and conspiracies and things. But apparently they've released a video today saying like their connection with Chris, and they talk about how they only met them once, but then they went on the trip to Tokyo or something. And apparently they are only invited basically for like a fetish thing. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll show you what this person's like. They've got it's very weird. But there is a lot that goes in. Like the Finster rabbit hole is pretty deep. Hold on a second. I'll just give chat a taste of this, but only just a brief taste.
Many of you know.
Okay. So you see this person.
Yeah.
Right? Wait till you hear the voice.
About the Ava Kris Tyson.
Oh, it's a dude.
And if you don't, the main plot line is that she was both.
Damn, maybe I should have asked you if you would or not first, Max. You're like, oh, it's a dude. Okay, you're surprised. You're shocked. It's like there's something jarring about it. Like it's very uncanny valley, right?
Publicly and privately talking inappropriately to a minor. If you're someone that looked up to Ava, I get it. 90% of.
So this person again started as a Minecrafter. Their audience is basically children, and I guess they don't do Minecraft content anymore. But there's a big, I guess, conspiracy theory. I don't know too much about it, but apparently there's these big donos, like they give like tens of thousands of dollars for this person to get like feminization surgery, and they're like a pet project for someone. Again, this is what I've heard tangentially, but it's like even the these people are now disavowing Chris. So I imagine there's a lot more that they don't want to come to the surface. But yeah, let me take a quick look through this one. Max, are you okay? Max?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm just looking at this.
I thought you'd zoned out for a second. You went all.
No, I was gonna pass out. You know, I too much of the drugs.
Too much drugs.
Oh right. No, I don't do drugs. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking at. It's
you...
called the Disney has something called the Pride Think Tank, and they have it's a program, and on top of their insurance, they really make sure that they have, what is it called, transitioning society. All their insurance is covered. They're almost promoting it, you know, for. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like these people are independents, but you know, if you want it in one place, you want it under one umbrella with one sort of corporate platform, that would be Disney. Yeah.
All right, let me see. I'm just skimming through something at the moment.
Really good. Look at this.
See if it's.
Look, Pride.
It doesn't make. It can't see it, Max. It's the StreamYard is blurring it, so specifically to A-log you.
Ah!
Oh no!
Terrible. I'm so upset. Oh wait. Oh god, that was a great shot though.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about tonight, Max? We might have to bring in a bit of an early one.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking at the different. I'm looking at the different. I can't say the different Mickeys. You have Muslim Mickey, you have disabilities Mickey, multicultural Mickey.
You'll have to send that through to me because I can't see it on your iPad or wherever it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was going to mention this as well, though, that apparently YouTube is allegedly censoring any of the content. So this video will probably be suppressed and everything. So I appreciate the support. Apparently, YouTube is age restricting videos that include MrBeast, Ava, and any discourse about their past actions. Funny because I made a video about Ava. Just Ava, everything was cool. Is YouTube trying to hide something? So a lot of videos are getting age restricted. I guess I can test this myself to see if it actually happens. It wouldn't surprise me though. Although we very rarely get age restricted. Once or twice when we had a real wild stream, that has happened. Farron wants on. I don't think she does. I'll check Instant Messenger or IRC or whatever.
Oh really? Oh cool.
See if she wants on.
Hisashi Buri. Hisashi
Buri, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. We could that would be like a reunion.
We should do that. We should do like a 24-hour stream and invite everyone back from the past streams and see who shows up, right?
All is forgiven. Partridge Farms remembers. More like Kiwi Farms. Well, yeah.
Farron has her own life now. She went back to the real world and she gave up on the internet.
Yes. The internet was not kind.
You want Farron? I want Farron too. Games? Probably not tonight, but we might play some games. Oh shit, I can't do it tomorrow. But I got sent a game tonight that's called
what is the one?
Simulator or something?
Oh,
I don't know.
Not
Cuck Simulator. We're not
a dating simulator. Oh, that's kind of cool. How do you I've never played a game on my computer.
You've got a new PC. You can play Chain Together. Have you seen Chain Together, Max?
No. What is that? It's an S&M game. Oh.
No, Chain Together is like a rage baiting game. It's like you're trained to get chained together with somebody else, and you have to. Oh, I got to put up the banner now. I got to because there we go.
You know what? We should invite Captain Have Fun and.
You and Captain Have Fun chained together. That would actually be good content.
Because he's been sending me angry messages.
Yes.
I don't know.
He said that he wanted to make friends with you guys.
No, he's saying like Josh thinks we should, and but the way he's worded, I haven't replied, but I'm kind of thinking, is there some embedded demands in there? Like, yeah, you better stop saying that I don't have a fake dead twin. You know, the weird thing is. You know, because he's mentioned it on this stream and other places. He keeps on saying this evil guy named Derek Hay. And so I called Derek. Well, I didn't call Derek Hay. I called his lawyer because he's awaiting sentencing. You know, he did some bad things. But,
what did he do? Or maybe we shouldn't mention it right now.
The very similar stuff to he forced people to do things on film and other things that they didn't want to do. The same stuff, the charges that were that Ron Jeremy was indicted on, but Ron Jeremy didn't face justice because he was deemed mentally unfit to stand trial. Anyways, so there's this evil genius, who created he claimed a fake kill. This is too many fakes and the double negatives. Like, killed the fake dead twin brother. Created a fake GoFundMe, things like that. And but the lawyer is interesting because his name is the offices of Michael Friedman in Santa Rosa, California. He's going, what? Yeah, this is of interest to my client. So he goes, doesn't look like they're going to have to. They want to. Client. This lawyer is kind of interested in protecting his client, and so they may want to have a conversation. Don't say bad things about. Oh, this is great. His stage name, this guy Derek Hay, his stage name is Ben English. It's like Johnny English, Ben English. Yeah. Ben English. That's his a porn name.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is the stage name of the so-called evil porn talent agency that did all these things, according to Captain Have Fun. And thought, oh, that's weird. It's
yeah. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Max Murrah, the mega mind himself.
No, you don't. You just need to stay away from porn and that industry. And
yeah,
it is fast. I'm probably going to do a. There was. Talking about porn,
there is some stuff I want to cover. Like I've got some things like on my back burner. Like one of the ones I want to go over is maybe in future streams. There's a 1-year review of the Ocean Gate submarine disaster. That looks really interesting. I want to check that out maybe next Friday. I think BP might be back next week.
Yes, I think he should be.
Something I saw today. I don't know. Did you ever see this one? There was like again, I'll probably like bring this back. Maybe next week, but apparently there was like some Israelis in Tokyo causing a scene.
I saw that there, and so one guy.
Tell me about their situation. So this is what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
What? Watch the white. Look what he goes. Fuck off. Look what he does with his hand. He slaps his ass.
Wait, he slaps his ass? Really?
Okay, the Japanese guy gets told to fuck off by the guy in orange, and then he goes.
Oh yeah, he slaps his ass.
I like that. That was funny.
Wait, why are they angry at the Japanese?
Okay, because those Japanese are doing stuff for Palestine, and so these. I think the description says these are Israeli tourists, but I think they're just New York Jews. And they were really upset and said,
"Why are they calling the Japanese people murderers and rapists?"
Because they're holding up holding up signs in support of Palestinians.
Oh, okay,
and Hamas and all that. So they got.
They probably don't even speak English.
Wait! Look at the guy standing. Look at the guy standing back there. He gets involved, and he does what I call cuck and duck. Yeah, watch what he does. Cuck and duck. Look, it's an ancient Bushido move.
Did New Yorkers just go to other countries and start yelling at people? Is this actually what do they actually?
That's in Shibuya. I was there today.
Really?
But this happened yesterday. So now somebody's going to try to de-escalate. He's going to come in. Now look what he does. Oh yeah, cuck and duck. Hand on the chest. And he bows. And he bows again, knock knees, does it again. I'm a little teapot. He said, I'm a Jew too. Oh.
I have seen a lot of like anti-war and like support Palestine things in Japan. But most of the ones that I've seen are Japanese people saying they don't want to get involved because they don't want to be, they don't want sending their I guess, defense force to what, the Middle East. I mean, who really wants to go there? Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping you'd have a little bit more information on this.
I mean, the way I say it is, I don't agree with these Japanese, but it's their right to do what the hell they want. So who are these fucking foreigners to come in and blow up at them? Like, I think my wife reminded me it was years ago. It was a snowstorm in Washington D.C. and we had this African cab driver, and he didn't want to go. It was winter, didn't want to go. And I think I said something like, "Go back to your fucking country," and it was kind of funny. And I was.
There's one thing I gotta show you this. I'm saving this one, but like, okay, look at this. This is gonna be. I just want to your first opinion. Okay, hold on. Give me your first opinion. So we've got this picture, right? Anime, Netflix, Stranger Danger.
What's this?
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Legal Vices. It looks like that's defamation. That's defamation. They are defaming.
It's Mr. Bunting. It's Mr. Bunting.
Hey, it's dude. That is.
This is like too crazy, right? Like this is like a little bit. This is a little bit sus. Like, did they actually steal his image or something from Mr. Bunting?
They did. I mean, look.
I'm gonna show you. Oh wait, I was supposed to say hi to Jeff on his stream tomorrow.
That fisherman's cap, and
I think I only can stay for a couple minutes though.
Oh no, I don't support the Palestine. You know, here's the thing with the with the Japanese was in 1972 when in May they had the Japanese Red Army and they went and killed 26 people in Ben Gurion Airport, and then you had in September the Munich Olympics, you had the Black September group and they went and killed about 13 Israeli athletes in 1972. Here's the thing. Both the Japanese Red Army and the Palestinians, you know where they got all their training and their weapons and everything? North Korea.
Is that real? Is that true?
No, I'm not kidding. This is absolutely without North Korea and Kim Il-sung, they wouldn't have. And then the other thing that happened in that year was the Japanese were crazy. They went in with a suicide mission. And because someone said, well, isn't that what Palestinian or terrorists do? No, before they were going like, yeah, well, you don't do that. That's against the tenets of the Quran and everything. But the Japanese showed the way. So from that point, that inspired suicide attacks or self-deletion attacks.
So people have also requested that we take a look back at Ethan Ralph because he's been going off the handles recently. He said something one thing in particular was really good. This is actually kind of crazy. Hold on. So he's back on the pill streams. He's back on the bottle. Like a lot of people don't know this, like the early lore, because I unlist a lot of the old streams because I feel like they're like irrelevant and they kind of clog up the channel. But I did a lot of the early streams talking about Ralph and kind of just having a bit of a giggle back when it was just me, SoCal Chris, and Chat Murphy. I think like literally 3 people in the chat. But I'm not sure if like the Ralph content is making a comeback or not. We'll have to see. But I did see this one clip and it's kind of crazy. This one. He talks about what he does in Merida.
In where?
Stan sent $3 on
this is kind of crazy.
I am thinking of visiting Yucatan for vacation in a few months. Any good nightclubs or spots, etc. you recommend?
Yeah, well, they shut down a few.
He claims to be sober in this clip, by the way. He's just tired.
He has a cold.
They shut down a few for like human trafficking, basically.
Sorry, we're laughing.
He's like, yeah, I was gonna go to one of my favorite nightclub, but a couple of them got shut down for human trafficking.
I hate it when that happens.
You know, I just about
does he though?
Activity.
Does he though?
So
those bitches are tax free, don't they?
Totally sober, bitch.
What was going on?
Oh yeah, the Xanax is free, tax free, literally on there. I think that's all for the like.
Oh, what?
Well, I might have to put together like a big like. Because I feel like a lot of our chat doesn't know who Ralph is. I think a lot of them do, obviously, but I think a lot of people don't know the extent of how crazy
was he really in this chat before? I don't know.
No, there's like a guy that is called Ethan Ralph. He's just like he's just role playing as Ralph. He's very funny though. I like that guy.
Because he should come back. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, he's good. I like that.
But that was.
But he's not the real Ethan Ralph.
You know what? I messaged Andrew, Legal Mindset, but I was watching the updates on the Disney on how You know, and it just occurred to me, like, you know, when I grew up, you know, Disney was considered like family friendly and socially conservative, right? That's
no
what the
games tonight, SBI, I think.
No, that was a Disney Channel, and
Games will be back next week, don't worry.
now they're like promoting things like transgender transitioning for kids, targeting their stuff at kids. And then I thought, and then there was another thing, and I was looking at the policy for their when they're supporting, it's not just LGBTQIS and everything, but it includes like materials on polygamy. And when they said polygamy and polycules and stuff like that, I thought, and it occurred to me, Nick Rekieta became the Disney of LawTube. Yeah, essentially.
What do you mean by that? The Disney of LawTube?
Yeah, because like Disney, Rekieta used to be kind of a trad dad conservative, and I think a lot of people who actually paid for his locals liked it because here's a guy who was outspoken.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, yeah, there was this idea that like he was pushing the white pill, like he was like the conservative guy with the family, and like, you know, he still was like, you know, having a bit of fun online, you know, having a few drinks, and yeah, it was like the ideal that a lot of people want is that they want to have like a wife, a family, kids, family, and still can have fun on the internet, right? A lot of people like that idea. And yeah,
now he's the apex predator of his own polycule. Woo.
But yeah, how does this relate to Disney though? That's my question. Like, because Disney used to be wholesome, and now Disney's about degenerate shit. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the degeneracy, and then when I saw the polygamy stuff within the Disney policy that they're kind of promoting, and they have guys working on, I thought.
So someone in the chat asked, Max seems cool. Does he have his own channel? Indeed, he does. Indeed, he does. His channel is called Max Mirror. I'll link it in the chat for you. He just did a video about a man that got crushed by a tractor.
No, he got cut up. He got run over by a tractor, a grass cutting tractor. I think he was just walking in there and they didn't see it, but
yeah.
Oh,
Max's
and I
videos are getting high quality too.
And there was meth.
Like,
meth was. I did yesterday.
Yeah, that one's actually really
meth. Is it meth? Oh my
530 kilos of methamphetamine. That's like two of me.
There were 106 bags, and I did the math wrong.
Looks like you got another subscriber. Very good for you, Max. Look at that.
So there was a lot of drugs. Oh, yes,
that's true. Nick was catfished by Mandy. Yes, that is true.
No, actually, you know what the thing is? Even though Kiwi Farms is certain, Mandy is not a dude. They went and they doxed basically her boyfriend. She was calling from her boyfriend, and she called into.
I don't know. I still think that.
No, I am pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure. Because Mandy is in some of the other discords, and it's a chick. It's not a dude. It's not a.
I'm pressing X to doubt on that one. I don't know about that.
No,
Max.
for sure. Yeah.
I'm doubting on that one.
No, don't break Max's dreams. I'll never get out of this place. I'll never know the touch of a woman.
I think it's a dude. I think that they contacted the boyfriend. That's just the cope. That's just the cope.
No.
From everything that I've seen, like it seems like it's a dude. It's a dude.
Wow.
Come on, Max. The story of a big-tittied mechanic that just happens to spend all day playing Team Fortress 2. Yeah, that sounds like a woman to me. Women love spending 4,000 hours playing Team Fortress 2 before they go to their job as a mechanic. I don't think so, Max.
I don't know. Max has no real world experience, so just yeah. But
right,
is the thing about these kids under 18. I mean, I think I get freaked out if just in case if members in Discord are in their 20s, you just want to make sure that they're not actually 17 or hell. When I was online,
oh yeah, there was this other thing that people mentioned that whales are. Remember last time we were talking about whales that were just eating people like straight up?
Yeah.
There was another whale attack.
Oh,
There was like a humpback whale just like took out a boat like yesterday or something.
Oh, that was called Boogie. It was Boogie 2988.
No,
Boogie's a whale.
Their Boogie shit is so manufactured. Like they're like, oh, Boogie's fired, and then like, well, he hasn't.
Is that a real tattoo? Was that a real tattoo?
I think it's a real tattoo, but that's not really a punishment. He enjoyed it.
Why would you do that? Why would you put a?
He was happy when he was getting it.
That is so weird.
Look at this video though, Max. Hold on, give me a second. I just gotta line it up. This is crazy. It's like a humpback whale just decides to like fuck this boat in particular. It's like
This was
straight
a
up
wild
destroys
sight,
it.
to say the least. A whale jumping out of the water and then capsizing a boat.
Oh, it was in Boston.
Coastline of
Great.
New Hampshire. That crash sent the man on board flying into the water. 2 teenagers.
That's like a whale's just fighting back now. Have the Japanese pushed them too far?
It's not the Japanese. You haven't heard of attacks out in Japan.
Well, no, because the Japanese whalers have big protected boats. So like the what's happening is that in the Arctic, the Japanese are building up their whale animosity, and the whales are taking it back to their home, and then they're taken out on easy to attack targets, right?
That's a good plan. They should develop that. I think, yeah. I think one of the best South Park episodes.
I think actually doesn't Norway hunt more whales than Japan? Norwegians.
Well, no.
Please
So
respond.
yeah, it's just like Norway and
Sure
also
they
the Faroe Islands. I mean, not in they do the whale. So when the whole opposition about whaling, the argument was always no, we're just as angry at the Scandinavians. And I said bullshit, because I've heard these guys. I've had recordings of these guys, and these are the guys like the Watsons, and they're talking about the Japs and how they, all this and yeah. So they're really focused on the Japs. They don't like the Japs. It's funny because when they go in Greenpeace, they went into, I guess their issue with France was nuclear testing, not whales. So down in Tahiti, then French special forces blew their ships up, which was kind of funny. And you don't hear them whinging about the French nuclear testing and stuff like that, because France is going to say, you did it again, we will fuck with you, and maybe that's a better way. Now, what the Japanese were doing,
elephant seals can absolutely capsize small boats.
The Japanese submarine program is interesting because you know what they do for fun?
The Sea Shepherd guy just did get arrested. I think he got extradited to Japan or something.
No, they want to get him. I don't know if they will, but what the Japanese Soryu class submarines do is for practice, they all those anti-whaling ships like Greenpeace ships or whatever, the Sea Shepherd, they track them and they F around with them. So technically, if New Zealand and Australia found out or were aware of it, they would say, "Oh, you can't do that. It's a violation of our sovereignty or whatever." But the Japanese say, "Fuck you! You didn't buy our submarines." I think Australia opted for the French.
My uncle used to work in the naval construction yards actually, and he did work on some submarines.
So what happened several years ago was there was a bid for submarines by Australia, and the French hired the former Australian defense minister Costello. I remember his name, and then he showed them how to win the bid. They won the bid, but then guess what? It's weird. Australia canceled, and so I think they're going to get their submarines from the U.S. or something. So it's almost like. Yeah, it's almost like the Japanese were going, oh, God damn, first we thought we really screwed up by not getting that bid that we should have gotten. Now they're saying, thank God we didn't, Yeah, so you have Australian submarines.
How many nukes do I think have been tested on Earth? It's got to be in the hundreds, right? Like, how many did they test in the Pacific? I assume there was like a half dozen tests over there. Then there was the underground tests in North Korea. I think if you put everything together, it wouldn't surprise me if there was over 100 that have been tested. A lot of them were tested. I'm not sure about thousands, but certainly in 100 at least. I don't know. It's a good question.
Underground or above ground?
I think any in total.
Okay, so that would be over 2,000 then.
Would it be really?
Yeah, because the reason why is underground tests are far more. It is underground because the North Korean when they say that North Korea first did their underground testing.
Oh shit! Apparently, 2000.
I'm pretty sure North Korea actually started their underground testing back in 1994, not 2004. 10 years earlier than accounted for, because of and no one's really acknowledged that. If you go and you Google or you look when's the earliest that North Korea did underground testing, it'll say something like 2004. I said not the case. They have flawed ones that happened underground at the Yongbang facility in 1994, and so a lot of people got radiation burns. how that happened is kind of interesting. It could have been, it probably was sabotage because you
why do I talk over him? You don't understand. Max will Max won't stop if I don't interrupt him. Like one time I fell asleep and he went for 5 hours. Like he just somehow he freestyles it. He's too strong. You have to interrupt him.
You fell asleep for 5 hours.
I just fell asleep, yeah.
Yeah, not the young bum facility, young bun, or I can never get those.
Anyway, Max, it is about time to end the stream. It's a little bit of an earlier one on Friday, but I think next week will be more regular Friday stream. Do you want mention anything before we go? Anything coming up or anything you want to mention?
Yeah, I'm going to do more. I talked to Brett. He's the owner of, you haven't met him yet, but when you come to Tokyo next time, he has a day job, but he is also the owner and editor of Tokyo Reporter. And so he started, it was dead for a while. So I started doing more of his stories, but then he said, "Hey, what about the Hall of Famer stories?" And we started going like, "There's some really good stories." The other thing is, he and I both met on this bulletin board, and it's still there. And he said, "Man, Max, you got to mention it." And it's called fucksgaijin.com. And yeah, I am.
All right, I'm not going to watch this. I mean, I might watch this myself privately, but I'm not going to watch the whole video live on stream right now. It's like 13 minutes of nuclear explosions.
What is it? Oh, awesome!
This is like a time lapse of like all the nuclear testings or something. It's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, I've seen this.
That surprises me. Yeah,
I know how it ends. It's like the Matrix.
Huh.
The Matrix.
Really? Yeah, I was like, there's a lot of them happening in Europe. I had no idea there was this many going across Europe. I guess every country is testing their own nukes, right?
Yeah.
2 times speed. It's still going to take a long time though. I'll put it to 2 times speed. I'm kind of just curious about the most recent ones, like. This is from 1945 to 1988.
Mm-hmm.
My internet's kind of fucking up though. That's kind of that's really generally surprising. I knew there was a lot of Pacific tests, but I didn't realize there was this many in Europe. Like that's actually the most. Okay, so wait, hold on. Let's have a look at these totals.
For India, we got the bomb. Superpower.
45 for the UK, 210 for France, 715 for the communist China, 1,000 for the US. 2 for, is that Pakistan? 4 for India.
Pakistan, number 1.
And then,
4 for India.
Oh, sorry, that's the Soviet Union. And then there's China was 45. That's insane. Yeah. That's actually really interesting. I never knew.
Yeah. They have.
America's got over 50% though. Let's go.
Oh, hey, here's a quiz. Do you know what BOAC stands for? Remember the Beatles back in the USSR? Flew in from Miami Beach, BOAC. No.
No. I don't know what that stands for.
British.
I feel like I'm about to be rused into another segue.
No, that was the original before British Airways. It was BOAC was British.
Hey Max, do you do live streams on your channel, or you just do regular videos?
I don't know how to do a live stream. If someone shows me how to set it up, I'll do one. But I don't know how to
show you how to set it up. I can show you how to set it up
because all I have is all I do is record on.
Because you can just go on for hours and just keep talking about things. And I actually have a challenge. I find that challenging.
Why?
Just freestyle like you do. But yeah, like it's pretty easy. You just what you do is you link up StreamYard and you connect it to your YouTube channel, and then you can just set up streams and go from that. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
do it.
We'll help you set up.
Are you going to go to Jeff's channel tomorrow?
I said I would try and jump in for at least a couple minutes, although I did make plans tomorrow as well. So we'll see. I'll probably say hi to him.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go hiking or something too.
What
a good day today. It's a nice day.
It is a lovely day. It's very hot though. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. This stream will probably be unlisted because YouTube will probably punish me for talking about the agenda, right? Thanks for joining us, Max. Next Friday, we'll probably have a more traditional Friday stream with BP, Max, and all games and everything. And I do want to put in a gaming stream soon, either Chained Together or the game I got, Super Seducer, I guess I just got. Max will be back on his own channel as well, and we'll try and set up a live stream for him, and then we can join his channel. That'd be sweet. All right, guys, thanks for joining us, and peace. Have a good one.